Also, I'm assuming that Jack is still alive since you didn't ask me to make a new character.
He
So that's
is.
good.
They did not get him killed. They did get him shot at, but did not get him killed.
He's fine.
I am bringing this into
Good.
frame. I'm also
Okay.
advertising to the Stars Without Numbers Discord, but I'll still take any other questions you had about what else has happened, just as a refresher.
I think we didn't even use him as that much of a bait.
And we used him as a little bit of a bait.
Yeah, well, I said not that much.
Yeah, there's levels of baiting.
Yeah, he was like a minor bait instead of a master bait.
God damn it! I knew that was coming.
Had to
Not gonna lie, if you didn't do it, I was going to.
Yeah,
had to
somebody
get
had to
that
make
in
that
there
joke.
after I'd already put us into frame.
I was trying to get it in before, you
Nope,
know,
nope, that's permanent.
just to slip it in when nobody's looking.
Oh, that's you got to get their consent, dude.
This is why everyone hates you, Arch.
Because of my stunning wit.
Oh, I did forget one thing I was going to talk about. Lulu, remind me at the end of the session. I'm putting that responsibility on you.
You know I'm going to forget.
I know, that's why I'm putting responsibility on you.
What do you want me to remind you of?
All right, everybody remind me that there was something I wanted to talk about at the beginning of the session that I failed, and I will talk about at the end of the session.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
God.
going to.
He's breaking up with us, guys.
Oh no, he wants to talk.
Yep. Please have a seat over there.
I can already see two people typing, and I expect them to be typing. Remember that you wanted to talk about something at the end of the session.
I'd be disappointed if that's not what they're typing.
All right, so Epsilon, I know you missed a couple of sessions before we took a break. Does anyone else want to remind Epsilon or recap for Epsilon just some brief highlights of what happened since he had to take his brief leave?
Shoot. What was the last one you were gone for?
If I remember correctly, we had just deposed the guy who was on the planet who
Okay,
thought
so
it was
you
a
did
good
actually.
idea to fight us, and we're like,
Okay, so you did actually kill that guy. You remember that?
yes.
Um,
Yes.
we now have a town that is technically loyal to us that we can hide out in, which is great.
And then immediately revealed the fact that we're connected to that town by fighting Portia Lynn in it, above it, around it,
Well, near it.
adjacent.
They might not know too much. I don't think we actually explicitly said it. We said
Yeah.
land near it, but
Let's just
Yeah.
say I think they're probably going to keep an eye on it.
yeah, probably. So we'll leave it for a while, let things cool down a bit. And then we fought Portia Lynn.
You know, it'd be a good way to
And
let it cool down.
and who is Porcelain again?
She's
Oh,
the
the-
ex. She's the
The main character
ex-captain.
of Dark Matter.
Yeah, Epsilon might need some refresher on who Porcelain is in this campaign because I'm sure that in all that has happened so far,
I don't know if
Jack would have been told.
Yeah, so she was the old captain of the Raza.
Mm.
She technically owns the ship that we all live in, and she's sort of
Legally,
pissed
yeah.
that we're.
I
currently-
imagine,
Squatters'
I
rights.
imagine that's like a big conflict point right there. She thinks she owns the ship, well, and you very
Now
very
we've been on it
strongly
for 6
disagree.
months. Squatters' rights.
I thought it was 5 years. Like,
Who's going to argue with us? We have the Raza.
Yeah, that's fair. It's the golden rule.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she doesn't remember us
Mhm.
or also anything before 6 months, 9 months, however long we've been out.
Yeah.
And she's been programmed by that one corporation.
Well,
Maybe.
brainwashed rather.
Yeah,
Not
whatever.
Though, I think the roster was originally being used by Spectre Star, right?
maybe.
possible.
I think it's more likely we were
That would explain the
working
white
for 'em.
device too. Yeah. Even though they had the whole anti-corporate sentiment, that was really more against just the other corporate.
and it's probably all bullshit.
Yeah. Fight the corporates, except for not these ones, because they're the good ones.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
God, we were bastards, weren't we?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently I was a real piece of work.
Interesting.
So yeah. You're all caught up now, I guess.
All right, Dex, kick us into gear.
All right, let me you referenced the whole piracy thing. I'm going to post a summary of LAS, which is the lifeless or abandoned ship
yes.
salvage.
Yeah. I made I made Dex come up with rules.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's reasonable.
I mean, if we're gonna keep collecting ships out in space after we shoot at them.
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, also the Marauder was very clearly abandoned. I mean, because that was like 100 years.
Yeah. No, there's no question about that one. And you were almost there, Xander. It's 10 years. If the steel is over 10 years old.
Yeah, that's right. I was talking in real life. If you live in a house for 5 years, technically you
Apparently, galactic mandates set more stringent, more restrictive guidelines for space residences.
I think you also have to pay like the last 5 years property taxes or something like that. I don't remember
Oh,
exactly how it
that
works.
absolutely makes sense.
Yeah.
And you know-
Basically, the government's like, if you pay the property taxes, yeah, sure, you lived in it, cool, it's
Uh,
yours.
And you know what? To be honest, the taxes is probably included in those maintenance costs.
Yeah, probably.
So wait, are we paying taxes on the Raza?
I don't know.
Only
Are we still being taxed?
No, we're paying taxes on the license for the name, for the fake
God.
name that we have on top of the
I
Raza.
mean, isn't that sort of what like the maintenance is all about anyway?
Yeah, that's what I assumed. It all got
Use the
folded
Raza as
in
a
there.
tax write-off.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
God.
charitable.
business expense.
We're
We
a
need it to get
charitable
around.
organization.
Who are we paying taxes to, though?
They probably, it's part of whenever you pay
The
maintenance,
man.
part of it goes toward galactic mandate, part of it goes to the station on which you're performing maintenance, part of it goes
Yeah.
to here and there. Yeah.
Sales tax, fees,
We just
Whatever.
we just keep paying the man, dude.
It's like when you pay your registration, money goes everywhere.
Fair enough,
Mhm.
I guess.
Well, no, technically it only goes one place, away from you.
Yes, that is very true.
Sure, why not? Okay.
All right, so I've made a slight change to projects because I felt like asking you every time there's a trip, asking you, "Oh, what are you doing? Are you working on your project?" was detracting from the better roleplay scenes we had been having before I introduced projects.
Mhm.
So that change is basically I'm no longer going to be asking you if you're working on your project. You don't have to be uh, sitting at the advanced lab for every single day to get your skill bonus. That's just rolled into it. There's no longer an on-off. Are they there or are they not there? You just get your skill bonus. With that comes an assumption that your character is, spending some time there and doing some work there. So every now and then, you might want to say, yeah, Zoe is really wanting to crack at this, so she gets into the lab. But in other times, I want to see what else they're doing. I want to see what other interactions they're having aside from just spending time in the lab every single session.
Okay.
How we were
Yeah.
doing it months ago.
Oh, time to get Space Dragon Poker back out.
That's right. See, those were fun little events, fun, stupid little interludes.
Time to start racing those drones around again.
That is what I'm looking forward to. Jai's groans.
The true currency of Darkstar.
Hell yeah. I pay my viewers in groans.
Oh.
I could do that. I could change the name of points that various different, like the chat bot and all that, give out to groans.
Great.
Instead of canned laughter, it's canned groans.
Oh.
All right. It's been a month, but we fucked around enough. Let's get into it. You guys spend a day traveling from where you take down the Lolita Black to the transition point or the nearest transition point for you of Zenthra, and preparing to drill out into Holau. Now, one of the reasons, aside from just being a snarky asshole, one of the reasons that I actually typed out the answer to all those questions that were posted to Porcelain is so that we can just do this. You guys have already seen it. You guys spend a day or two talking to Porcelain, and these are the basic things that you get. Anything more than these basic questions that you want to know or ask her will need to be played out.
We have our theory.
Let me see. Where's the current date? Hold on.
You
And
know,
I'm very
while you guys are
proud of
doing
her
that,
eyes staring at you like that.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I thought that her name was Porcelain, as in
Yeah,
like
we've
the
made
ceremony.
comments. We've made comments on this before. Her
Yeah.
name is very similar to Porcelain.
Yeah.
I thought it was Porsche, like the car.
It is.
Well, it's pronounced the same way, yes.
No, but I've been spelling it.
Oh, see, the funny story about Porcelain and Porcelain is, I actually had commented to the showrunner and the creator of Darkstar, Dark Matter, that asking him what his inspiration was, and he was just like, "It's just a name," and I was like, "Oh wow," because I thought that there was this awesome like multi-layer wordplay between how fragile she really is, porcelain, and how badass she is, and he's like, "Nope."
Look, man, sometimes the curtains are just blue, okay?
Well,
So I had to make
Sometimes-
these curtains blue because I love that wordplay.
sometimes a cigar, Dexter, is just a cigar.
I think you've been playing Union too much.
No.
Doesn't even know what QEDs are. Wow.
And now for this exciting radio time where we all read.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I've got
I like
music going in the background.
It's the Darkstar Literary Hour.
I like that. Where's like half the ship's components? Who took them? Who has the drive? You lost the drive?
That's what you got out of that?
Look, we were in stasis for 6 months. And wait, what month did we wake up in?
Wait. She's
September.
not allowed to get on us for losing the drive. She lost the whole damn ship.
Yeah.
She blames you
sorry.
for that.
Dex, what month did we wake up in?
September.
Okay, so she woke up a while before us.
Yes.
And
That's
didn't
interesting.
stop us from falling into the sun, or, leave the door locked so that people wouldn't steal all the shit out of it. Like, what the fuck?
Well, apparently her first thing she remembers is waking up in a prison cell on a different ship.
A likely story. I assume about half these answers are just lies.
It's a little weird to be. Surely Spectre Star is aware of QEDs. Seems weird for them not to know what a QED is. But
Well, yeah,
equally-
it's the end of an argument.
And Spectre
Nice.
Star never reaches the end of arguments.
Well, yeah, because it's more profitable to be in the middle of them.
Stasis by malfunction. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Always obsessing over this betrayal thing that none of us remember happening. And doesn't make any sense because it super doesn't explain why we were stuck in stasis for however long. When were we even supposed to betray her? At what point?
We betrayed her by not waking up and being in the jail cell directly next to her when she woke up, obviously.
That's nonsense.
That's how programming works.
Also, she shot at us first, so betrayal goes both ways.
Yeah.
Wait, did she shoot at us first? I don't remember
Oh,
the
she
order
totally
of
did.
operations.
Yeah. Oh, she
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
So, all right. Here's the great question. If we'd been expecting you to just come out and kill us, why would we have met anyone like that?
Also, weren't we trying to put out feelers to find her?
Yeah.
When the feelers got put out to her and she came and tried to kill us?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Are you
Yeah,
guys asking her
programming.
this, or are you asking me this?
I don't know. I'm just talking.
Okay.
All right. Let's try to go in order with extra questions.
Why don't we say that you guys are in a conference room among yourselves to play out how you've talked to her, you've gotten some of these answers, and now you can talk among yourselves in character about how you feel about all this.
Can we just say that we did all the good interrogation techniques? We did bad cop, good cop, good cop.
Yeah, she was pretty
ambivalent
unimpressed
cop,
by most of
angry
it.
cop.
Yeah, she should be. It was Zoe and Jai.
I imagine thinking the whole time, how did these people get the upper hand on me?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
that's
kind of
that's exactly where her expression started going.
Amazing.
yeah.
It's like watching a puppet show.
Oh yeah, we did use the puppet show technique too.
Yep. And we definitely argued with each other more than we argued with her.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know you did. I don't know what the puppet show technique is, but I don't want you to
Like,
explain it.
what does it sound like, Dex?
It sounds like exactly what it sounds like, which is why I don't want you to explain it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then of course we did the Cincinnati Shuffle.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
Now you're just making things up.
No, the Cincinnati Shuffle's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
God.
I choose to disbelieve life.
No, disbelieve it all you want. It's there. It happened.
All right. Yeah, this is stupid. All right, let's argue some more over what her answers are. She's very set on the idea that we betrayed her. So that's what I'm noticing.
It feels like she's saying that to cover up for the fact that she shot at us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not so sure.
I mean, I haven't known you guys for very long, but that sounds like something you would do.
Betray her or get shot at?
Yes?
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, that's fair.
I'm sure you had a good reason. Like, I'm not saying you're a fault. I would never.
Well,
But
At what point
It's-
have I given any indication that I'm a betrayal type person? I've been very loyal to the crew. Shit, I pay most of you.
yeah, no. I mean, like when you have that moment, right, where you realize that somebody is no longer a member of the crew
Mm,
in your mind,
yeah, fair enough.
and I can totally see a situation in which she, like, decided something, and so instantly wasn't part of the crew in your head.
She decided.
It's possible, but the time
She was like, guys, we're not in it for the money. And I was like, all right, I'm.
it doesn't. She woke up 6 months before we did. We
Well-
were in.
I mean, maybe. They could have told her anytime, right? She was in prison.
That's true. But let's assume, for the sake of argument, that she's correct. She woke up in March of 3250. We woke up in September. We were in. Is it correct? Am I right in saying we were in stasis for 6 months according to the readings?
Mhm.
We were in stasis for 6 months.
She claimed it was an issue with stasis as well, or possibly, right?
Right. So we would have had to been flying around on our own without Portia Lynn before this.
She would
Before
have had to just been in stasis like no more than a day or two, right? For that timeline to match up, if she was also in
No.
stasis.
Because if she's telling the truth about losing her memory, she would have had to she would have had to been put under the QEDs for a period of no less than 40 something days, according to my calculations.
How old
I'm
is
just
she?
I'm just talking about the inconsistency of mentioning, if we all lost our memories, saying it's speculating that may have been a stasis pod malfunction.
Right. Yeah, the timelines don't match up if it's a stasis pod malfunction.
They do match up if we did betray her, though.
Well, only if we had QEDs of our own, which
Yeah, we sold her out and then removed our memory of selling her out and then put ourselves in stasis. I don't know. It's kind of a weird.
Well,
it's-
from her perspective, could she really trust that y'all lost your memory?
I mean,
Maybe
from
you're
her
just pretending that you did.
perspective, it's the Jedi Masters that are the bad ones.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Are we the Jedi Masters?
No,
God, I hope not.
God, yeah, terrible.
Okay. Hmm.
For all our sakes, I hope not.
Okay. Bishop. Yes, Alexander Bishop may have deceived her a little bit.
Well, Bishop created her, which
Oh.
explains why her eyes aren't round, like the people are
Oh,
creepily like oblong. I don't know.
Okay.
They're like goat's eyes. It's weird.
All right.
Look, she's staring at me. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we've still got her a camera on the cell, and she's just staring at the camera right now.
Absolutely.
That's better than I was imagining. I thought you were just talking about like how her eyes are fucked up right in front of her and just like
No.
I like to
Yeah.
imagine Nemesis.
it's like
sitting
just
there to the
look at her.
side.
Her face is fucking disgusting. She's just like, I'm right here. Like, what are you doing?
Well, look, if you didn't want people to talk about it, you should have gotten it fixed. We live in the future.
I like to imagine Nemesis is the one sitting to the side there, just watching in the camera, just mentioning she's still staring at it.
Hmm.
Every once in a while, you have to check the timestamp to make sure it's actually not just a picture.
Okay.
I go so far as to turn it off and on again.
Give it the old reboot.
Well, so I'd like to point out that she would have had to been up for 6 months before we were, given her the date, and she definitely didn't find us in that time span while we were floating in the void.
Unless
Probably
she was
anyway.
stasis again.
No, was she stasis again? She'd probably know that much.
No, she was in prison.
Oh.
Being brainwashed, and that I will say in front of her.
Yeah. Nonsense about mutinies. All right. Well, Starbase. Where's Starbase? Dex?
Starbase, as far as you can gather from context, is a starship.
Called Starbase.
It's called Starbase, yes.
God.
Is it a base?
Nope,
Around a star?
it's just a frigate ship.
Ah,
Yeah.
Not even a
Little-
cruiser. It's just a frigate.
Unusual choices, but okay. All right. Dreaming up ways to kill you. Blah, blah, blah. Of course. Of course. Yes, yes. He paid your... Wait, did he pay her whole ransom? Did she not come up on the criminal report or anything?
How do you mean?
So her whole ransom is paid. Is she actually not a criminal anymore?
Oh no. She still has
Warrants. Out
yeah,
for her
crime and
arrest.
warrants, and there's still a bounty out for for not killing her. Well, for dead or alive, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't appear to be what she's talking about.
Well, what does she mean by ransom then?
Clarifying with her, she simply says that Spectre Star paid for my recovery.
Wait, recovery, not like your repair, your retrieval from where?
From Starbase, I'm guessing.
Is Starbase not a Spectre starship?
No.
Who does it belong to then?
Only names I heard were. Hang on, let me back to my proper notes. I went to different notes to see if I had given you guys good time information earlier, but I don't think I had. And I'm not sure why I didn't put that into a handout for you. But I'll get back to that. She said that the only names she heard were David, Joey, and Taryn, and the ship named Starbase. While she was imprisoned there.
All right. It's a. Well, we'll have to ask in the next system. Someone there might know. Unless Starbase is really ringing any bells for any of us.
It's not.
Okay. What do you mean you have our theories about us? From what Spectre Star told you. What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, that's a weird answer.
Oh, she has her theories.
Which one was that?
No, we have our theories, the plural, unless she's speaking the royal we.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, she is. She
it's a-
commanded the Raza. It gives you a big head.
Boy.
We have
No,
okay. With Spectre,
I,
Star,
but,
Yeah.
but
okay.
the royal we is not used elsewhere. That's the only place. So I don't think it's the royal we.
She means her and Bishop
Me and
because they're
Bishop,
in
yeah.
cahoots.
All right. But
Cahoots?
what do you mean though? What do you mean you have your theories?
On how you mutinied, how you beat me. And even now, as I'm looking at all of you, she's just shaking her head.
Well, technically only Zoe and I were part of the crew at the time. So do with that information what you will.
I'm even more surprised.
Here's a theory for you. Maybe we never mutinied.
Then how do you have my
Maybe.
ship?
That's a great question. Why were we stuck in stasis until September of last year?
Why was the ship about to fall into the friggin' sun?
It's a great question. Why were most components of the ship stripped away?
I don't know
And
any of
all
this. I've been
Yeah,
trying
neither
to get
do
my
we.
memory back for the last 6 months.
Oh well, welcome to the party.
Oh,
Well, it sounds like you joined Portia's party first because they were looking for memories first.
Well, yeah, but then we got all our memories erased. We became new people because your consciousness is based on your memories. So then,
Do you
as new
need me for
people,
this
you
part?
start to inherit party.
yes, absolutely. It's not like you're going anywhere, so. What makes you so certain we mutinied?
How else would you have my ship?
I mean, you could have given it to us.
I didn't give you the Raza.
Not even as one of those like, I'm about to undergo
No.
surgery. You get, oh, all right.
Remind me what all we found in the captain's quarters of the Raza.
A jacket and a gun.
2 guns.
Not much to go. Not much to
Someone
go
say
with.
gun? Hold up.
Oh yeah, there was 2 guns. Was there 2 guns? I thought we found the other gun somewhere else.
Well, if you mean somewhere else, if you mean on Android's person as somewhere else, then yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, Android found it. Right? I'm confused now. I don't remember
Probably.
back that far. God, it doesn't. I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, not really. happened to the rounds, we couldn't handle her.
To be
Nonsense.
clear, there really wasn't any kind of weaponry in the captain's office. It was all in the room that was assigned to the captain, and in that room were the paired pistols and the leather jacket.
That's right. They were in her room, not in her office.
All right.
Yeah.
You tried speaking. Who's the girl you mentioned?
Some little green-haired girl. I don't know who she is.
Another person to put on the list of people we gotta find.
Where was she?
Just for player reminder, green-haired girl is actually on that wanted list as Raza Crew.
Yeah, I know who she is.
Okay.
But Jai doesn't know who she is. Or, well,
I mean, your character knows that she's wanted alongside of us.
right.
I mean, obviously she hasn't said any names, so your characters don't necessarily need to make that match. But your characters have at least seen the pictures, and green-haired girls are less common than brunette girls.
Yeah, well, and I mean,
But are
Is
they
that
more
true
common
that-
than redhead girls?
Is that still true in the future?
No and yes.
this crew already has 2 redheads. We can't get a third.
All right. What do you remember her name?
My hair's red right now, is it?
She
I don't
didn't know her
know.
name either.
I thought it was, or is it pink? I don't know.
And that doesn't strike you as odd, given our situation?
I'm pretty sure I went to like blue or something at some point. I don't remember.
Stasis
I think
pod
mine has-
malfunction.
All right. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Dex.
Stasis pod malfunction.
A stasis pod malfunction that occurred. Let's see. Let's check the timeline again. After, or rather, it occurred after you said you came out of stasis.
When he says, "Let's check the timeline again," I bring out a poster board with an actual timeline with events marked on it with red yarn.
Or
Right.
Pepe Sylvia wrote out in big letters.
You basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just posted that thing for you. I thought I had put it somewhere in it may be in Discord somewhere. I thought it was in a recap somewhere. This is all information that you guys already have.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I just can't
So-
find
so-
it anywhere.
So a stasis pod that would have had to happen after you were retrieved by Spectre Star, which affected people who were not on the ship when we woke up.
Well, no, because I mean,
The
So
green-haired Griffin Cage and the green-haired girl.
yeah, there was definitely some crew members who were on the crew but did not go into stasis, right?
Right.
Not that you're aware of.
Well,
I mean,
Well,
you
yeah,
don't
he
have
did
any
say-
evidence of crew that did not go into stasis.
right.
Yeah, well, but there's a indication because we were crew and they did not wake up with us, so they must have gone somewhere.
They might have died.
Yeah. Well, one of them got arrested. We know that for sure.
Mm-hmm. And we still need to figure out how to deal with that. So you do see the problem right here, right, Portia?
I see you lying to me.
Yeah.
Ah!
All right. Well, this has been a fun conversation. Hey, Android, come talk to her for a while.
No.
That feels like an appropriate punishment, but also a terrible idea. I wouldn't actually do that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You know, you know perfectly well. We could.
Look, instead of you trying to tell me what you want me to believe, why don't you just ask me what you want to hear?
All right. Are you gonna kill us all in our sleep?
If I can.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Seems about right.
Yeah.
All right, where's the girl?
Last I heard, she was still with Galactic Mandate at Hyperion Station.
And that Dex, that was where Griffin was being kept for processing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she goes on to say, the undercover cop was also in a cell across from me.
A cage?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Cage was in a cage? Eh, jokes. I got them.
All right.
She
So
looks
Cage.
unimpressed.
So Cage, the girl, and you all woke up around the same time. Nearly 6 months before we woke up. But we still have some of Cage's possessions here. He knew he was going to go. He knew, didn't he?
How many tubes were left empty or were empty when we woke up?
3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Cage was one of the ones who seemed to know, didn't he? He had the puzzle box, right?
He did. He had the puzzle box with his real name in it, or a picture of himself with the with his real name on the back of it.
Okay. I'm gonna go get that really quickly and show it to her.
Okay. She nods. Yeah, that's the guy. He and the girl were groggy as hell when they finally woke up.
Hibernation sickness.
Possibly.
Uh,
Hangover.
that
Did you
actually
know-
is a thing. For Jai and let's see, who else would
I
know?
know we experienced it. Why is everybody acting like this is some mind? Oh, okay.
No, this
Yeah,
is
I
actually a
see
little
how
bit
it is.
different. Jai and Zoe, now that she's been learning more about piloting, stasis is usually pretty fairly non-nauseous when you come out of it. There are cases of stasis sickness upon normal awakening. However, that only occurs in a small percentage of normal use, and the effects that you guys experienced were pretty mild. What it sounds like she's talking about is a much stronger reaction, and that almost always occurs on an unscheduled release.
What?
They were put under and then they were brought back too early.
Right. The stasis pod, when it knows you're going to be being released, starts destasising early
Mm-hmm.
to minimize the unpleasant effects.
But
But
doesn't seem like that happened here.
Right. It does seem what she's describing seems like those two at the very least were pulled out early.
Did you experience that sort of nausea?
Do you know anything about me?
Yeah, I didn't expect as much. I just thought I'd ask.
A little bit, but not as bad as them.
So an unscheduled release.
I look at this point. I look over at Jai and say, I do the hands thing. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Because shockingly, he hasn't told us jack shit about Portia Lynn.
What?
I know.
I mean,
Real
I did
surprised by
actually.
this.
I actually have told you a little bit about Porcelain. I showed you those pictures.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Great.
Very stalkery pictures.
Yeah. Look, I've at least pointed out the Maltech thing.
She's basically a cyborg.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there?
Do you want to scan her again now that we've got her back? See what's changed from previous.
So let me. Do you remember the exact date you woke up?
One
Take your time.
No, that was the G. And I will take my time.
Loading. Loading.
There's no talking during this portion of the game.
Amazing.
That sounds like a party game.
Yes.
Jackbox.
Ah. Yeah, she says that me and Bishop put together as best we could. Looks like it was around sometime around March 21st.
That actually lines up with it. She was 012, wasn't she?
She was.
All right. Let's see. Zoe, show me the timeline again.
I pulled it back out.
Yes. Here we
You know,
are.
I have timeline space. I put it away and then I pull it back out, and it's way bigger than the pocket that I could have put it in.
Yes. March 21st, stasis pod 012 and 607 revived. 22nd, 180 revived. Starbase woke you up and left us there. Why?
I'm more valuable.
So is Griffin Cage and the girl? Why didn't they take the whole ship?
He's Galactic Mandate.
And the girl is...
How long did it take you to get discovered after taking the ship? The ship is a walking beacon. Without me in charge of it, it's dead weight.
We didn't. We were drifting in space for 6 months. And then...
I mean, as soon as we left she does have a point. We did get discovered pretty quick.
Well,
discovered is sort of a broad sense. I did tell somebody that we were the Raza, so.
I assume this is a conversation happening right in front of her too.
Yeah, of course. I don't give a shit what she thinks anymore.
Yeah.
She tried to kill me.
Now, to be fair, it's not like her opinion can get much lower.
Yeah, I feel like having that sort of conversation in front of her actually goes a long way to, like, you know, show that they're actually being, you know, somewhat sincere, you know.
That is a fair argument.
For what that's worth.
Yeah, we're sincerely idiots. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Well, just imagine your characters being more competent than you.
I always do, because it would be hard to go lower.
I'm gonna put strategic music on for this.
Strategic music?
Yeah.
Strategical. Totally
Shit,
strategical, dude.
Let's see. I don't know. We're going to need, well, at the very least, we're going to need to track down this starbase. They are going to have a lot more information than our former captain is, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, she's got the same problem we all do.
Not that she realizes it.
Well, I mean, she probably realizes it.
Yeah. Well, if she does, she's in denial on our end.
Well, no, she's just been brainwashed. I mean,
Yes, I suppose so.
ooh, strategic music.
Yeah.
Okay. Dex.
Mhm.
Based on my knowledge of how she functions, would someone be able to drug her?
As far as Jai's notes and observations go, yes, but for very limited effect.
Okay.
He can do some some mental calculations that I'll let you throw out at you. The 2 weeks that she was in, I believe, aligns to about 7 years of memory loss. And based on Jai's observations, trying to QED her with typical drugs would be difficult. Whatever is she is and is in her will quickly throw off the drugs that are intended to keep her at the correct comatose level.
So how would one be able to do it to her?
Stasis pod is your closest bet there. So that's a continually monitored situation.
Right. Continually monitored, but she lost more memory than just those. Well, actually, no. We don't know when she was created. Never mind. Walk that back.
She's actually a toddler. She's only been alive for
A
4
few
minutes.
years. Yeah, I mean, it might be. 7 years might actually work in her case.
It would explain why she's so easily lied to.
Question, then. How did you get access to Cage and the girl?
How did I get access to them? I never did.
Mhm. Then how did you speak with them?
They were in cells across from me on Starbase.
All right. Never mind. Cried.
You really unraveled that sweater.
Yeah, look. I'm tired. It's been a very stressful
I mean,
few
we did
days.
we did get shot at, so that's fair.
What,
Literally
you
every
guys gonna
time
go
I
take a
bring
nap?
that, literally every time I bring that up, I glare at her.
Yeah, actually, I think I will take a nap after this.
Pitiful.
Well, not all of us can be cyborgs, you know? No matter how much all of us want to be.
Yes,
You know
keep
nothing
complaining
about
about
me.
it, Zoe.
You know nothing of
Well-
the pain that I've been through.
Well, I do know you were part of the Revenant project.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah, can you explain that for the rest of us?
Haven't been paying.
Would you care to share with the rest of the class?
Well, I thought you'd know, Zoe. You're the one who was always interested in weird conspiracies.
My conspiracies are very real. Excuse me?
Okay. The Revenant Initiative. It's basically a supposed. I suppose most people think it's some sort of super soldier project run by Star, beyond top secret, involving
Beyond top secret? Oh.
yeah, involving growing and neural imprinting geoengineered human bodies. Supposedly, anyone who reported on it was killed shortly after whatever they could leak got out, which is why anyone knows about it.
I think I saw that documentary.
No, GM found no evidence of it. Clearly, they weren't looking very closely.
Should give you an idea of the stakes that you're challenging.
Yeah,
Well-
I do think steak would be good tonight.
Yeah, no, that actually sounds really good. Do we have any?
No.
Yeah, well.
We're getting a steak out here.
Well, we have all those fancy rations, although I think we've probably eaten them by now.
Yeah, you haven't
Almost
restocked in
done.
a while.
Yeah. we have some tubers we got from Camiego. They're sort of like potatoes.
Just a little bit more rubbery.
In the worst way possible.
Yeah. They're almost entirely, but not exactly, potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
They're like rubbery and squishy at the same time. It's horrible to eat.
Gross.
Yeah. It's not great.
And that's only if you cook them right.
It's
Which we
not
don't.
ideal.
We
Yeah.
never do.
Ivan has limited ability here.
He refuses to cook them.
Yeah,
On principle.
yeah, he's like, that's not food.
Yeah.
The
So
only
we
thing-
have, so we
only
have
thing
to
that-
eat them raw?
No, the only way we
Raw!
the only way to eat them is to make them into vodka.
Sounds right, too.
Are they starchy? Can
Now,
we make them into vodka?
actually, when you've got your Russians back, Alexei might actually try that.
I mean, if they're starchy enough. Could work.
Yeah, you'll just need to rendezvous with Leaping Ice Ferret and get your Russians back. Get your cook back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
this
a double no on the steak tonight, by the way.
Yeah, this has been enlightening.
hard.
Does
Steak-
anyone have
steak's not
anything they really want to ask Portia Lynn? Because I accidentally exited out of the page and am trying to find the answers again, but I can't. Hold on.
Oh.
Should be under handouts.
Okay, hold on.
In fact, I'm going to
I
put the
assume
various timelines down there as well. My organization is not the best.
No.
You know, I wanted to say there's not really insight checks, but we could do like a notice wisdom check, or someone could do that to like basically get an idea of how sincere Portia's been. I don't think anyone suggested that, have they? Like, if there's any answers that stick out as being blatant lies, right? Where where Portia knows she's lying.
Yeah, notice is the corollary to insight, or the replacement for insight. And the way I've always run insight and are you lying type checks is you can't really focus on one specific question usually. It's going to generally be more on the whole thing, the body language, tone, all of that. But yes, you absolutely could make some notice wisdom checks if you want to see
I'm not volunteering.
see if she has any tells.
I'm
I'm
just
pretty good at
raising the
doing this.
point.
That's what my previous job was, actually.
It is. Does Jack want to see if he can read anything from her?
Yeah, why are we doing the interrogations? Jack should be the one talking to
Well,
us.
I'm doing the thing, like, when like the police captain's like behind the mirror, right, and he's looking at the interrogation.
Are you banging on the window? Ask about his bank account. Ask about his bank
No,
account.
no, I'm obviously like feeding you information through the earpiece, brother.
Oh
Come on.
yeah. Of course.
But like, yeah, Jack will mention like I won't know like about if any of the details that she's giving is like are like relevant or whatever, but I can tell you if she seems sincere or not, and on a general basis, because you guys know her better than I do. I'm not entirely sure who she is anyway.
Go ahead and roll it.
All right. And it was a notice wisdom, right? Oh.
Mhm.
Notice. Not strength game. Come on.
You have very strong eyes.
Oof.
Nope.
He is reading
No.
nothing from her. She's
She's a stone cold killer, I'll tell you.
It's almost like she was genetically engineered to resist interrogation.
Hmm.
You should probably led with that.
I mean, she's been awfully. I mean, she's been awfully talkative.
Well, not really.
So-
Have you read these answers? They're such
Well-
non-answers.
I mean, yes, but usually you think resist interrogation. You think they don't say anything.
No. When you resist interrogation, you say just enough to get them to stop fucking you up.
Oh, that's this is not enhanced interrogation. This is just a regular interrogation, an interview.
So,
So we call them
yeah, in that
interview.
Yeah, you just don't say anything.
one thing I do want to clarify, Dex. She woke up on Starbase, which is not Hyperion Station.
That's correct. Starbase is a frigate starship named Starbase
And
for maximum
both-
confusion.
And Griffin and whatever Six was called in this universe woke up on Starbase as well.
Yes.
How are they gonna call a frigate Starbase? You think if you have base name of a ship, it's got to be a bigger ship. It's got to be at least a cruiser, if not a battleship.
I wonder if the pilot and the captain and the owner of that ship ever get that kind of shit for their ship's name.
Dude,
Are
I
they
bet,
better?
I bet he fucking loves when he does.
The point is, we do have something we really need to track down, and we have another person of interest to add to the list, who is very inconveniently located at Hyperion Station, unless they've been moved down to the planet by now.
And you did catch that I posted the slave trader news report?
No, I did not.
Oh, that was supposed to show up for all of you.
It got lost in the shuffle.
Fair enough.
Could
It
you?
it unfortunately opens them all right on top of each other.
Yeah, that's not the best. All right, let me show 2 players again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like where it opens them, so I almost always move them so when another one gets opened, at least it's
Yeah, I need to start doing that. I don't know. Ooh.
Yeah, seems relevant to you.
His name is David Shipman.
Yeah.
On a ship named Starbase.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Oh,
Yeah,
god.
you know what? I
God.
see I see why things are the way they are now. That being said,
Amazing.
this happened 9 days before these two woke up on Starbase. Or
No,
before they woke
that's
up.
May. That's 2 months later, or all 6
Oh.
weeks later.
Nope, I'm a dumbass. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Honestly, the formatting of the date throws me off too.
Yeah.
I just stick with it because it sorts things better.
Okay. But the actual Starbase crew was not captured, so far as we know.
Not aside from David Shipman, and unless you don't consider that a capture. I guess that's not really
Well,
captured. Yeah, no, they were
yeah.
not.
Now he's like, you'd need a bucket to capture him at this point.
Which
All
you
right.
can be sure that law enforcement on Lamiera definitely had and cleaned the shit out of that space.
Yep.
We need to go back to Lamiera, don't we?
Do we have to?
Yes.
You know what we can get there? Cybernetics.
Yeah, that's true.
But yes, we need to go back to Lamiera. Unfortunately, because we need to track down this ship. We really need to track down this ship. And hope that I'm almost certainly Portia, did Spectre Star kill the crew of the Starbase?
You mean David Shipman? Who met a very gory end?
Yes, extremely gory from the sound of it.
I don't know.
Great. Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Come on, it's not
So-
often I get to play a roleplay a badass in this game.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you don't. I know you don't believe us, Portia, but we are in the same boat here.
I mean, literally.
Yep. Thanks, Zoe. We are in the same boat here. Someone screwed us over, and and the one who screwed you over is not us. We
Maybe.
are on the same side, even if you don't think so.
I'm still waiting for you to tell me what else you know about the Revenant Initiative.
Oh, Jack Hall.
That's right.
I don't know anything.
Wait, Jack knows about it?
I don't know. Jack, do you know anything about the Revenant Initiative?
Oh, what now?
He doesn't know, Jack.
Yeah. All right. Just hit the road, Jack. You're not very helpful. Hit the road, Jack, and just don't come back no more.
We're in space. There is no road.
Yeah.
Oh, the space road. Anyway.
Anyway, Jai and Zoe, greatest comedy duo in the sector.
But who's on first?
We'll be here all week.
Oh, we'll actually be here longer than a week. You can see us all the time.
On
Uh,
videos on demand on my Twitch page in the collection Darkstar Vacant.
Mhm.
Now with added bonus features of the recap jokes
But seriously,
and director's commentary.
God,
This was an especially
Something
difficult shot to
Raycon
hit.
earbuds.
it's so stupid. But yes, look, I'd really rather work together on all this stuff. I don't know much about the Revenant Initiative beyond what I've said. I certainly know you're capable of several things, but I'm sure you've figured that out well enough. I don't know why they built you. I'm guessing it's not for the reasons they claimed. Certainly not sure why they're as happy letting you run around the galaxy like this. You really don't know what QEDs are?
No.
I'd sit down and explain them to her.
No, well, whatever.
Does
I mean-
Jai stop her?
No.
I mean,
He
you also,
considered it, but he was like, nah, let's go ahead and explain it.
I mean, her mind was obviously wiped by them too.
Right, now let's just go ahead and explain it.
You think that's what happened?
Yeah,
Almost
I mean-
certainly at this point.
it fits all the criteria.
Someone would have to set that up, you said.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So which of you did it? Now
Oh
she's
my
looking
God.
at everyone again.
Oh my god.
None of us, because none of us were outside of stasis. It would have to be one of, like, if any of the crew did it, it would have to be one of you, the three who were pulled out early.
Android?
And I'm, well, no, she also had her mind wiped by it. And yes, the
How?
QED, the QED works just as well on the trineric brain as it does on everything else.
Apparently.
Is that correct, or did it have to be something else,
Nope,
Dex?
you're correct. That is correct.
Cool.
She gives the kind of look of I don't like this information you're telling me, but I don't necessarily not believe you.
Great. That's actually the best look she's given us so far.
Yeah. She doesn't disbelieve us, but she also doesn't believe us.
We're
That's
making progress.
Yep. Amazing.
Great. Well, I can show you my experiment log we have, because we did manage to recover one from a vault on Trinita. It
Fade.
was Jade or Fade. God.
Fade. The one that's faded away.
Fade. All right.
Thank you, Miyagi.
It's gotta have those mnemonics.
Yeah. She shrugs. I won't understand it.
Well, I can give it to Android, and she can regale you with all of that.
She rolls her eyes.
Hey, high five. Oh yeah. Finally we have something in common.
Don't high five her. You need to take down the field for that.
What? Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, she's not even lifting there wasn't even a twitch in her shoulder. Anyways, there was not going to be a high five.
God, I can't crack her.
Yeah. Now, all right. I guess I need to ask a very honest question. Do you seriously believe we would be capable of mutinying against you?
No.
Really?
No, we
Right.
don't.
So it must be-
Right.
Oh jeez.
So, in conclusion,
Objection. I could be. You don't know. This could all be a facade.
it's not.
Odd, you say?
A facade.
All right.
The mutiny was Bishop's theory, anyways.
Great.
It
And what's
seemed
your current-
reasonable, but now that I've met you, where's
I mean-
Gianna, anyways?
Which one was Gianna again?
That was your telepath.
She left.
She'd had enough of us to do.
It's more that she was dealing with extreme headaches and, well, stress on recovering some evidence of our past activities. She had to take a leave of absence and left the Raza. Yeah, extreme stress can do that to a telepath's mind.
So here was Bishop's theory then. Shipwide mutiny led by you, Jai, and Gianna. You'd already brokered a trade with the Union. Me, for 1,000,000 credits plus wipe the slate clean. Forget your past transgressions. Huh. So maybe Bishop was onto a little more than I thought about that. Anyway, once Union had me, they betrayed you and all but destroyed the ship.
So
was
that's what he
Bishop's
thinks.
Theory.
So that's what he thinks happens to the drive.
We didn't know that you lost the drive.
Well,
That's terrible.
Great. Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? It was a level 6 spike drive or whatever.
No, it was more than that. It was far
Oh.
more than that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
That's
it was
even
it
worse.
was. Yes, it was more than the TL5 drive.
Space
Yeah.
magic.
Right.
So who has that?
We were hoping you knew.
Good fucking question.
You said the ship was destroyed?
Well,
when
no, we
when
said
you
it
came
was.
out of stasis?
I said it was stripped down to bits and about to death spiral into the core of a star.
So you go find Starbase.
That's what we're aiming to do. Yes.
I'm not helping you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, we realize that.
We've picked up on that simple truth.
There have been some indications.
She nods.
Of course she does.
All right, this may be stupid. Prod. All right, so what's your current theory then, Captain?
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it still applies anymore, or if it's still a good theory anymore, but my thought, and Bishop and me, we traded these back and forth, trying to figure out how you bested me the last 6 months. So, I guess I settled on Griffin tipped off the mandate and sabotaged the Raza while we were en route to Stet. We were going to ambush Union. Galactic Mandate ships were destroyed, but the sabotage damage, it was done. We all went into stasis so Android could fix the life support, and Union ships somehow in the area detected us, and then contacted Spectrestar to make arrangements. Used Starbase as a middleman.
And then someone in that process took the drive, but left us.
Oh, you're not worth much, are you?
About
Actually, how?
a
Well,
million?
no, you're worth 2 million.
oh yeah, 2 million.
Well, she's worth 2 million. I guess it. How much
Spectrestar
was
paid
Jai's bounty?
17 for me.
Yeah, great.
This is when Nemesis realized, did I have a bounty on me?
You know, like 20 credits.
Yeah, are we about to compare our?
Having a One Piece moment right now.
Technically, of the crew, Jai has the highest actual bounty.
Dude, this is a very real One Piece moment right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very good pair. I mean, One Piece is very similar kind of concept. Well, maybe not very, very similar, but still.
Yeah.
And the captain very much always insisting they have the highest bounty.
Well, yeah, because I mean, they command the ship, and so everybody on the ship underneath them feeds their bounty up into the captain.
Exactly. That's
The pyramid.
exactly how it works.
Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme.
I was going to ask a question, but now I've forgotten what it was.
It wasn't important.
Oh no.
Well,
Actually, it was, because they did leave something extremely valuable other than you and the drive.
I mean, my question's important too.
Why do we still have the white hole bomb?
I mean, it was pretty well hidden.
It wasn't well hidden. It was just behind a really heavily locked door.
That door was fairly well hidden.
Okay, fair enough.
Remember, it wasn't even on the ship schematics.
All right. So let's assume someone betrayed someone. That means whoever we betrayed someone to didn't know where the white hole bomb was, or didn't tell them about the white hole bomb, which I feel like would have come up.
Well, I will say that tells you it wasn't orchestrated by a
Okay,
Spectre Star, but that's to nobody's surprise that Spectre Star didn't organize it.
All right, here's another question. Did they mention the white hole bomb to you?
Be more specific, who's they?
Spectre Star, Bishop, whoever.
Yeah, I know about it.
Great. Why do we still have it? Where did we get that in the first place?
I can't tell you that.
Because you don't know, or because you're not going, or because you're just not going to?
Well, it's a Spectre Star secret.
Oh boy.
Contact Alexander Bishop. Trade me and the white hole bomb back.
No.
He
Not
paid
happening.
17 million for me once. How much do you want?
I suspect whatever we'll be paid will involve like a bullet to the back of the head, so that doesn't seem
30 million,
viable.
no bullets.
Meanwhile, I'm like, behind the glass, looking at Nemesis, like, wait, did he say million? Or did she say million? Hold up.
Yeah,
You know, it's
Yeah, should we turn them in?
think of the number of grav tanks.
You know, the funny thing was, before she started bringing this up, Jai was just going to drop her off at the nearest station and to see what she did. But now I'm too suspicious to actually go through it. Actually, I am going to say that.
What do you say?
Before you started bringing that up, I was actually just going to drop you off at the nearest space station and let you do whatever you're going to do next.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, kill us all in our sleep.
Yeah, well, no, she wouldn't be on the ship then. Probably
Fair.
come back and kill us. You never know.
Throw in another 40 million for the ship.
Yeah, that's never happening.
75 million credits.
Uh-huh.
She her eyes slowly shift over to Zoe. 75 million.
Zoe literally has a calculator out and she's doing some math, and she's like, "Well, I mean,
Well, here's the
Pay
thing,
15
Zoe.
million for the ship.
How much do you think you could earn if you just hugged your father?
Okay, what?
Poor Jack.
Just hug it out. Just hug it out."
I'm just like, saying, oh, like,
Jack,
on the other side of glass,
Jack, I assure you, it makes perfect sense to everyone else on the crew.
Does it?
I think this is another Nemesis Explains moment.
Sorry. Oh, this is about Zoe hugging her father.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So Zoe doesn't remember anything, so on and so forth. And met her dad, and didn't want to hug him, and they caused the whole thing.
Her
No,
dad.
I feel you. I get it. Yes, paternal love is great, but
Oh.
75 million credit.
Her dad runs a planet.
Oh yeah. Her dad's pretty important. What was it? Well, I mean, Zoe LaRue, right? Have you not heard LaRue? The
Have I?
LaRue. Probably.
Let's see. I probably should have. I think we did talk about this before, and I think the response was that he didn't recognize her by face. But if you want to roll a connect or anything that you think is relevant to knowing influential people on a different planet.
I can do connect
Okay.
with
Probably with
Charisma or
intelligence, I think.
intelligence? Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. I'm not the smartest,
Well,
but you know.
Jack didn't recognize her by what she looks like because she looks a little bit different from Zoe LaRue of the Princess of March phase. But
Yeah, I'm not wearing my "Stop Being Poor" T-shirt.
God damn it! You know what? You're right. Old Zoe LaRue was really shitty.
Look, I see old Zoe LaRue as basically Paris Hilton.
Yeah, that
but,
sounds right.
But like a little more adventuresome.
I don't know. She's pretty adventurous.
I was gonna say the same thing, but I didn't want to go there.
Well, I'm talking like speed stuff.
So
not the
for Jack's reference there. Oh hey, how about that? Yes, Jack does recognize Zoe now that he's also able to put the name LaRue to it, and her father, Cassian LaRue. While he doesn't run the planet Lamiera, he is a very, very, very big influence and big figure on the planet Lamiera, which is the TL5 trade hub of the sector.
Look, he just doesn't run the planet because running the planet would be a lot of work. He has people for that.
He has people.
He is
I love having people, dude.
Yeah, his
My
house.
people will talk to your people.
His house is the closest to the exchange of light, which is technically independent. Technically. So yeah, that is triggering in Jack's brain.
That
Basically royalty. In retrospect, I should have been more in awe of that, huh?
No, you shouldn't have.
Nah, don't worry about it.
But then again, yeah, you get to know before you realize exactly who Zoe is, and then it's like, oh, okay.
The point is, we're not selling you.
What are you gonna do with me? Leave me in this cell forever?
Good question, actually.
I mean, if the most help she can be to us is selling her back to her boyfriend, I'd be down with that. We could use the money to keep fixing up the ship that, it's our only real asset.
I am not convinced we can trust Bishop enough not to try to kill us immediately.
Oh no, he's definitely going to try and kill us. The question is, can we get the money out before he tries to kill us?
This is an insane idea, and I'm not willing to trade back another crew member of the Raza, especially not one who's clearly been brainwashed.
I haven't been brainwashed. Bishop created me. Why would he brainwash me?
Well, I mean, just because he's your father doesn't. Oh yeah. Ooh, I guess I should stop calling him your boyfriend. Oh, that's gross. I hadn't realized that until just now. Ugh.
Just because he's your father doesn't mean he's your daddy, I suppose, is what she's trying to say.
God.
Yeah.
Just don't stop.
Wait, don't stop? Or was it don't, comma, stop?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hold on to that
What are you
feeling.
even using the Raza for?
Don't stop me now.
Right now?
Oh.
Trying to figure out more information on QED so we can all get our memories back.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure that doesn't interest you. You seem pretty happy with all your memories gone.
I'll negotiate a ship into the deal for you. 75 million, and you get a ship to keep on doing whatever unimportant shit you're doing.
We're not trading stuff.
Does that ship come with all of the benefits of having the Raza?
You're not using it.
I mean,
Well, yeah, we're very clearly using it.
I live here. The fuck?
You shot at us with one gun. You haven't even fixed up whatever was broken from the shit you said was taken.
Yeah, we clearly have. It says so on all the scanners.
We only shot at you with one gun because that's all we needed. Slacker.
You barely took me with one gun. You needed all of them.
Did we? Because I mean, you're on that side of the force field. She's pissed me off now. I'm gonna needle her.
And you had to run before a pair of Corvettes came at you.
Yeah, well,
Corvettes.
we don't have to kill people, you know. We're not all monsters.
You don't need this ship. You just need a ship. I'll even make
No.
sure it's cruiser class.
No.
But can it land on a planet? Like there are certain advantages to this particular ship. you
Okay,
know?
so you still haven't told me what you're doing with it. What do you do that makes this ship so important?
Well, in
Piracy?
principle,
I mean, I
in-
live here.
well, yes.
Did somebody say piracy?
No.
No.
They did, but on the other side of the glass.
Yeah, and yeah.
For 75
great-
million, you could live anywhere you want.
Mm.
You could live on Cabal.
Which one's Cabal?
Cabal is a generally known only to the richest and most elite, except in various stories here and there. But it is a very, very fancy and exclusive hotel run by the proprietor, whose name is Cabal. Technically, the planet is named Cabal, and the hotel is on the planet.
Continental.
All right.
Yep, that's
so,
correct.
So here's a question for you then, Portia.
Portia Lynn.
Why do you, Portia,
Portia
The
Miss
cat-
Lynn.
Piggy.
the Portia Lynn, formerly known as Captain? Why do you want the ship?
Continue my crusade.
Against what? Against Mercury Corps and Union?
Why does she keep assuming she's going to be alive after this conversation is over?
She nods slightly. She does
Why?
seem pretty confident that she's going to be alive after this conversation. That is something that Jack is definitely picking up.
And to what end?
I don't like him.
Great. Can
I
you
mean,
be
you
more
could-
specific?
You could not like them with any ship, especially if you
Yeah.
have $75 million. I mean, let's just take that question you threw at us and
If
throw
you
it
know
right back
anything
on
about the ship, you know that's not true. Especially once that drive is found.
Yeah, here's the key problem there. The drive isn't found, and none of us knows where it is.
That's because you guys suck at your job.
It's because we were in stasis for months.
She
I mean-
smirks a little bit.
Ugh.
I mean, technically we suck at your job, but you're not here to do it, so.
Yeah, thanks for that. Maybe if you weren't so bad at your job, this wouldn't have happened. Maybe we'd all be fine and going traipsing around the sector, shooting at Union and Mercury Corps and random miners for no apparent reason.
I can only think of one reason why I allowed Griffin to stay on the ship, and that's if my crew undermined my trust in my own feelings. It was a
Clarify.
galactic mandate mole. You think that would slip past me?
I mean, yes.
Well, yes.
I don't
I mean,
think so.
you're good, but you're not a fucking god.
Heh.
Got an high opinion of yourself, so.
I mean, look. Based on your theory, we managed to stage a mutiny against you.
No,
and
that's
while
Bishop's
I-
theory.
Oh, okay. According to Bishop's theory, who apparently doesn't have a very high opinion of you, we managed to stage a mutiny against you.
All right. Well, this has been fun.
Mercurian
Has it?
Union killed Lovelace. Ada
I'm sorry.
Lovelace.
The 19th century computer programmer.
No.
All right, which Ada?
This doctor that was helping me as I grew.
And what specifically makes you think it was them?
They staged a raid on the station that my project and me. The doctor is handling my Mean project.
Wait, what station was this?
I can't tell you what station.
You don't know?
I can't tell you.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
Can't or won't.
Yes.
There's no way in hell Spectre Star is the good guys, Meowkin.
Come on, haven't you played in any of the Spectre Star one-shots? They're clearly acting in the best interests of the sector.
They're the ones who are aiding and abetting the pirates, aren't they?
Look, I
Yes.
literally have not been in a
Yeah.
single one, so I'm feeling kind of left out now.
That's
Well,
on you.
No, the reason you run them is because I can't be there that week.
Well, that's partially true. But
But,
there've been some that have been run on weeks that you could have been there.
I feel like I would have been there for that.
Okay.
I'll make sure you know next time.
The point is, all right. So, all right. Okay.
Do you want to take a little bit out of character? Now that we've gotten the feel for how these exchanges typically go, I don't mind taking it out of character and just kind of fast tracking any other questions that you might have for her.
Yeah. Out of character, I'm pretty sure Jai's against having anything to do with Spectre Star. He doesn't even slightly trust them, and they did put Porcelain on their tail, which isn't great.
On
Doesn't
our tail?
speak on our tail.
Yeah.
Doesn't speak well of them. I think Jai also would rather not even consider trading Porcelain back, but I think he might be persuadable on specifically Porcelain, but definitely not on the White Hole Bomb or the
Raza. Yeah, we're
Raza.
definitely not giving up the Raza. But that's a lot of money that could be used to, find stuff to fix the Raza. Because the one good thing about money is you can use it to get the things that you want.
I think Jack would definitely chime in at some point and be like, okay, I don't really understand a lot of the motivations behind a lot of what's going on, and that's fine. But one thing she did mention that is kind of important, we're not just gonna just keep her
No,
just
God,
around. It's I as a security around here, I gotta be that's a really bad idea. She will definitely strangle us all in our sleep if
There is
given
an
the
option.
chance.
There is another option.
Please do share with the class.
We wouldn't be able to sedate her for long, but I think I can give her a high enough dose that knocks her out, and we can get her to the stasis pods. If we use the QED, if we can strip all of her recent conditioning from her, it shouldn't even take terribly long if she's only been active for about a year.
I'm just saying, keeping her around is a definite security risk.
Yep.
Okay, then if keeping her around is definitely a security risk, this is out of character and also out of character. But besides the history that certain characters have with her, what's stopping her from us from just killing her and being done with it?
We we're trying not to be that kind of people.
We may sever the thread of fate and not learn the full story.
Right. We might have to persist in the Doom world we've created.
Once we recover our memories, we might realize we actually like this lady and feel bad for killing her.
I suppose, but
I don't.
letting her off of the ship in any capacity is going to be an immediate and constant danger for us.
You know, but like out of character as well. Like I did not expect the people who lost their memories to suggest that taking somebody else's memory was an option.
Well,
I mean, clearly her memory it's been tampered with. You know, well, she's already been mind wiped once, and then clearly are seemingly brainwashed into believing falsehoods. I don't know.
right.
I wouldn't count on our brainwashed or our mind wiped members to be adamantly against wiping minds.
I mean,
What I know of them, I don't think they. So far as I know, they haven't taken it personally. Well,
Let's just say we're ethically flexible. And
No,
leave it at
I got that. I got that. Don't trust me. I've picked up on that. I just figured somebody who lost their memories would find it up there with killing people.
like morally reprehensible.
But I will adjust my expectations.
I
No.
see where you're coming from, but not really. I mean, it's like saying someone who's been killed is against murder, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, somebody who's almost been killed is usually kind of not thrilled by the concept.
Well, yeah, but when the options are get killed or kill somebody,
True.
No,
there
that's
any way
what
to counteract
Flowey
QED?
wants you to think.
Who?
Not played Undertale.
Undertale.
Okay, never mind.
Look, I only know Sans, and I only know Sans because of the song.
Yeah,
Sure.
you gotta do.
Oh, I need to play more of
The
that.
rude sandstorm.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's the song you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
of course.
Exactly.
Okay. But if they wiped her memories with the QED, assuming, what was stopping them from setting up some kind of system to re-implant, I guess, these memories if they were QED'd away? Like, maybe if they had access to a QED, they could have made something that would make the QED not work.
I mean, we'd find that out by using the QED. And that would be interesting information on its own.
Oh, if Portia was like immunized to the QED's effects.
Yeah.
That'd be extremely interesting on its own.
That would be. I don't think there's been any evidence of that though.
Yeah, and if it's on like a
That being possible even.
like an automatic backup or whatever, having us release Portugal and a month into, and then having her get the memories back a month into the future would be really, really bad.
Oh, that's true.
But y'all been active for how many months and not got your memory back?
Right. I don't think.
I'm saying that it could be new.
If she got her full memory back,
I don't think it's terribly likely. I guess it's possible, but I don't think I've seen any evidence of that, especially with the situations with the rest of the crew. So I'm guessing it's not probable.
I'm operating under the paranoia that this is a new implementation.
No, you're the security officer. You're supposed to be paranoid, I guess.
I mean, all of the previous ones have been.
Yeah.
I think, as far as I can remember.
Well, I mean, so I guess first of all, have we determined, fortunately, is she entirely human?
She
No.
definitely is not.
No, she's 100% not entirely human.
Okay, but she's not entirely android?
No,
Or
she's
she-
not. She's a gingineered.
Oh,
Thing.
ginger soldier. Okay.
Wait, she's a ginger?
Yeah.
No, ginger-eared. Totally different thing.
Sure.
Still
Have you
solo.
ever heard that? I do love the term engineered, by the way. Because I love
Do engineered
portmanteaus.
soldiers have souls?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. I do think the best option, whatever we decide to do, is to get her in stasis, use the QED on her to erase these past months, and then operate from there, whether or not we decide to trade her back or not. Ideally, we can. Yeah.
So really, prior to this, that y'all don't personally know Portia, right? So you don't know, like, okay.
They don't know what they don't know. I think is
Yeah.
is the
Like-
going operating.
We are fully aware. We know Portia perfectly well. We just don't remember knowing her.
Well, my point was like how do you know you tell the truth about her not having memories?
We don't. But good news. If we use the QED, we would know that.
Unless
I'm
they're
sure
really good at faking.
I'm sure she'll be thrilled to hear about that.
Unless she's really good at faking it, like basically after you use it and then pretending.
All right.
But I suppose it is a bit of a stretch to assume that because it works on an android.
Right.
Clearly works on humans. I don't see
Yeah.
any reason it wouldn't work on an engineered soldier.
Yeah. Dex, I have a question.
Mhm.
Do I think I could manage to get her sedated through her food or whatever enough that we can get her to the stasis pods?
It would be difficult. Anything that you tried putting in her food, Jai knows that he will, or based on the information he currently has, he'll need more information. But based on the information he currently has, any dosage that he could put into her food, would be detectable just by its presence, because he'll need such a high dosage. Same thing, more or less, with drink. It's possible that he could manage to strike that perfect balance, but it's difficult enough that he would actually have to make a check for it.
All right. Here's another question. Would I be able to flood the brig and only the brig with
Yes, that's much
knockout
easier.
gas?
Yeah, what's the point of? Yeah, I mean, we have her in a prison. What's the point of trying to subtly poison them?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, the risk is that if the QED doesn't work, then she knows he tried to poison her.
Right. Well.
It was just anesthetic. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. I think at this point it's worth a go.
Yeah.
So the only question is, do we tell her we're going to do that before we do that? Vote now.
If we're concerned about them faking it, probably not. Like if we think that's a legitimate concern.
If it's gas, she's going to know, and she'll probably have time to fake it.
If she deduces what our plan is.
Yeah. I think
How long does she
Jai's
not need
willing
to
to
breathe
operate
for?
under the assumption that she'll know. She'll figure out what the plan is.
Epsilon, she'll need to be in stasis for almost 3 days, if you want to remove all 11 months of time between now and when she apparently came out of stasis. the first
3
time.
whole days. Oh.
Yeah.
But she'll be in stasis.
Mm-hmm. That's the good news.
I think you're saying that sarcastically, as in like that's hardly any time for losing 11 months of memory.
Well, there's that, and also like I love having a brief time frame where things can go horribly wrong.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
that's
that was
why we're going to-
also a serious concern. Yeah, okay, cool.
That's why we're going to post multiple guards around her day and night just to make sure. Because it's not like you're doing anything else, because we're going to be in jump for several days.
Oh no, I got that. I'm just
All right. I think we should do it. We should probably not tell her, even if it might make her slightly more willing to accept what happened.
Should we ask about should we ask Android's opinion?
No, because you haven't scanned her yet.
I think we should just go ahead
I don't know what I'm
and
supposed to
just
scan
do that.
All right. Yeah. Nemesis gets scanning the android. Are there any objections to Operation Knock the Fuck Out of Portia Lynn?
Yeah.
I will say, if things go horribly wrong, it'll be really, really, really hard to restrain her without killing her. So I'm just, pointing that out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with so we haven't actually done anything to her, so she just thinks that we mutinied or whatever.
Mhm.
If we actually wipe her mind, we will have done something to her. And when she gets back to Bishop, which she will, because Bishop's gonna be looking for her, he's gonna be like, "Well, look what they did to you. Now, really kill them." Do we want to give her that motivating factor?
I mean, she was already really wanting to kill us.
Yeah.
I don't know how it gets worse from there.
Oh,
I see your point, though.
I can definitely see how it gets worse.
Yeah, I see your point.
I don't know. I mean, hold on. What was the answer to what have you been doing other than pursuing us? Dreaming up ways to kill you. Where does it get worse from there?
I mean, maybe she was like doing it quickly in those dreams, and now it's just very slow and painful, and
There are many things worse than death.
Yeah.
She just removes all of her memories, and that's it, gone.
Yeah, but then she has time to think of new, more interesting ways to kill us.
Can you imagine she just tortures you for, 11 months and then wipes your mind for 3 days and then does it all over again?
Yeah,
I think there's an SCP based around that specific concept.
Probably.
I'm sure there is.
So I guess we're kind of stuck on, do we mind wipe her or not?
I'll go ahead with your plan, Captain. I don't particularly know this person. I'm just very, very salty that there are 75 million on the table and we're just walking away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it, but I don't want to bring that up too much.
I would kick myself if I didn't bring it up at least once, even if we don't,
Yeah.
The Raza is worth way more than that.
I would be down for ransoming her back for some amount of money
rather than surrendering the Raza.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna. Take the Raza off the table. But I would
even in its current condition, I'm pretty sure it's worth more than 75 million.
Here's another option there. Then we don't have to ransom her back to Bishop.
We could ransom her back to somebody else who would hold her.
We could ransom her to the GM.
Would they hold her or would they just kill her? Is that just killing her but slower?
Is that just killing her by getting paid for her to be killed?
Does the GM even have capital punishment, Dex?
No, the GM has Cora Folly.
Yeah.
I mean, not publicly they don't.
Well, they would put her on that planet, and then she would come to rule that planet, and then she would come after us from that planet as a base.
Theoretically, there is no escape from Cora Folly.
Yeah, we all know that's bullshit.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know who you're fooling, Dex.
I believe
There's just no escape for players.
Yeah, okay.
Look, whenever I hear unbreakable or unescapable prison, all I actually hear is escapable prison, but not yet.
Yeah, I watch a lot of Lockpicking Lawyer, and he features a lot of unpickable locks.
Yeah, and how long does it take him to pick those locks usually?
Just like 3 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be down with giving her to the. So the problem for me with giving her to the mandate is, how do we give her to the mandate without also giving ourselves to the mandate?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for the second half of that plan.
We have a bunch of those pre-tech cosmetics.
Yeah, I
Send
guess.
somebody into disguise. Also, we just have people that aren't wanted.
I don't know if any of the pre-tech cosmetics that we have are particularly useful for disguising.
We're almost at 1 o'clock here, so I'm gonna put up a quick little poll for you to vote on. The player options that have been suggested. The first one, QED Portia Lynn. The
Mhm.
second one, turn her into the mandate.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the third is, of course, ransom her back to Bishop.
And
Okay.
then the fourth one is just kill her.
Marker.
Yeah.
Which I don't
And-
think anybody will vote for, but I don't know, that's the easiest option.
That's always my solid plan B.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. She did try and kill us.
Give me a second to set up the.
I've also said that you know, in the event that like
man.
you know, something horribly wrong happens and the attempt to QED her, um, it's gonna be like a shoot to kill sort of a scenario, not a like, yeah, let's just take our time and try to restrain her type of situation. At least for Jack, like,
Yeah, no, she's like a super soldier.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
exactly.
not shoot to kill her.
It's like, you know, that's not really an option once when she gets loose. It's like the fucking T-Rex in Jurassic Park. You don't.
All
Wait,
right.
what happened to the goat?
Let's go ahead and take a 15-minute break. Over the break, if you have time after whatever you do during your break, of course, type out any other concerns, objections, or points that you have to any of those options. Otherwise, vote. Xander, I always forget what that is. It vote by committee, vote by
Approval voting.
approval voting. Thank you.
You vote for the things you approve of.
Yes. So you can select more than one if you like all of them. And let's go ahead and take that break. Come on back at 1:16.
All right.
I'm conflicted.
Some questions have come up about the viability of options. Number one, does Porcelain need to breathe? It was a month ago, so I will freely tell you guys that the Lolita Black, when you docked with it, had no atmosphere.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yep, I guess that answers that question. Gassing's out of the question.
It's not out of the question. It still is a challenge for Jai. Can he get her to have breathed enough? Because she is clearly breathing as you guys are looking at her. She actually is breathing. The questions that you don't have answers to are how long can she survive with no atmosphere? Does she need to breathe? And could she be surprised by an odorless and colorless gas? Now, does that change any of your votes?
It might change mine a little bit because I imagine the next conclusion is like, oh yeah, just go in there and inject her with something. I'm like, nope, 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 nope.
That's exactly how you get it flipped around on you and injected yourself.
Don't you have drugs for all this, Lulu?
Sorry?
Don't you have drugs for all this so that there's no fear or morale checks?
Yeah, I do. And I'm prepared to use them.
All right. So, what is you guys' plan? What are you doing anything with her right now, or are you going to hold off and just cart her around? I should have made that a fifth option of don't decide right now.
That's basically my option.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. I guess we hold off for now.
Because the voted for option ends up being
Is
very
there
likely unviable. Or at
Is
least
there-
the knocking her out part.
is there a way to like study it, like actually study her and like get her to
Yeah.
get samples from her without
Oh.
getting in with her?
Not so much getting samples from her. Actually, Well, okay, I have to take that back because there's got to be some way of actually getting food into her without disabling the entire force field. So theoretically, there is a actual physical locking small compartment that does not is not within reach of any control panels, through which food can be shoved, and also through which her arm could be pulled.
Right.
So yes, if she is cooperative, you could get samples from her without going in there.
All right.
You want to try and convince her to cooperate?
Yeah, fine.
What is your argument?
Good luck.
We'll give you back to Bishop.
Let's see. Jai is lying, isn't he?
I'm actually not sure. It's sort of in a weird pseudo space where, like, yeah, that's definitely on the table.
It's a possibility, but it's not a definite yet. So
we're considering
saying it with a definite tone is a lie.
Fine, we're considering giving you back to Bishop.
Well, she has just set the difficulty. Want to make your talk charisma
Okay.
check?
Fine. We'll see. I don't really expect this to go anywhere, but sure, let's do it. Oh, that's fine. Hey.
Wow.
Wow.
If it beats,
All right.
it beats. Unless that isn't how it works in this game.
Yeah, no, she has set the difficulty for Jai to try and exceed. Well, not exceed, but meet or exceed with his skill check. So that is a success. She does not automatically, or not automatically. She doesn't read anything in Jai's tone, body language, or any of the various other indicators that tips her off that he's being a little bit misleading. That doesn't mean she necessarily believes him. It just means that she doesn't see those indicators.
All right.
She does ask, however, why he needs samples as a condition of returning her to Bishop.
You didn't read my profile at all, did you?
Why don't you just tell me? And don't worry, nothing you say here is actually going to invalidate your role. You've already succeeded. This is just
Right.
her wanting to know why.
I'm a scientist, Porcelain. My interest is in genetic engineering. I'm interested in seeing exactly what they did to you, or with you, rather.
Maybe you and Bishop can work together. And she starts putting her hand through the feeding, or well, she puts it up to it, waiting for you to unlock it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it, and take the sample, assuming she doesn't grab me and try to break my arms or something.
She does not.
Okay.
I thought about it, but she does not.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I've considered it, but there was this mad woman who tried to shoot me and yelled about betrayal, and it was rather unpleasant. Plus, he's currently the most likely suspect for the whole mind wiping thing.
You're wrong. Bishop wouldn't do that to me.
Well, he might do it to me. And he might do it to you if you thought you were getting out of line.
I think you're wrong about him. He values an intelligent mind.
Well, perhaps I'm wrong, but that doesn't stop him from being the most likely suspect currently.
She rolls her eyes again.
Unless you have a better one.
I don't know anymore.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But it's not him.
We'll see.
Look, if it was him, he would have taken the ship.
Yeah, so that is well. I assume if it was anyone, they would have taken the ship. That's the strangest thing about it. Why is the drive gone? Why is the ship still here? Why are we still here? You know, it's a whole mess.
It's a hot ship.
Damn right it is.
Zoe, why are you listening in?
Oh, wow, look at these vents. Wow, they really need to be fixed.
Why
Oh,
do you
here
still
I am.
have her?
She has money. She has a lot of money.
Oh. Figures. If
Also,
that's what motivates you, Bishop
no.
will pay.
You misunderstand. She has a lot of money which is needed to repair the ship. And also she can repair the ship.
So can Bishop.
Yes, well, I don't trust Bishop.
Bishop guns with a lot more strength.
Did convince you to go out and try to kill us. Again. That's a big red flag.
Well, as far as we knew, you took our ship and did whatever to me. Seemed reasonable at the time.
Yeah, not so reasonable now.
I'm not sure yet.
No. We'll see. Anyway,
Let me know what you find. He kind of nods toward the syringe.
I'll do that. Okay, yeah, that's done. I'm going to go analyze that. It reminds me, Dex. I think I used a little bit of genetic data to get to get Nova's thing done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jesus, that wasn't touched at all in the last session. I believe in the session before that, it had just been done and she's still recovering.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Things have been time dilating a lot lately.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of gravity going on. Oh, that's not a bad
Right.
name for a game channel. I'm still trying to figure out a new name for the game channel.
Fair enough.
Gravitas.
Gravity Games. I don't think that's very good.
I think there's already a game called Gravity. I'm sorry.
But is there a game called Gravity Games?
I don't know.
Games without stars. Because it's true.
Okay.
We are all stars, Xander.
No, we are all made of star stuff. Get the fucking quote right.
Okay.
I'm not sure that quote was right either.
No, but if I say it aggressively enough, people don't generally argue with me.
All right.
Alright, what is Jai doing with these samples?
Studying it, seeing if there are any significant or what the significant modifications are, yada yada yada. Performing a full analysis. Seeing where, looking over everything there.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll take a while.
It will take a while. Let's turn to Nemesis and her interactions with Android.
Oh boy. How could I not be excited?
What does Nemesis want to do in the first place?
We had Android in one of the brigs, right? As well.
I imagine you were trying to separate her and Porcelain, that you've got her somewhere else, because your brig is only one room with 6 cells,
Okay.
basically 3 on a side facing each other.
Gotcha. And we know that
Unless Xander says it has turned into something other than that.
What?
Xander's drawing my map, y'all. So I'm
the
going to
brig.
be deferring to him for some things.
God damn it.
How's the brig look now, Xander?
Yeah, what's the brig look like?
It looks like 4 cells across from 4 other cells
Okay,
with a hallway in between.
Nice.
perfect. And those the 4 cells on each side can see across to the other cell.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So there are 1 more cell than I thought there were. You have 8 cells.
All right. Do we still want to have Android in one of the cells?
No, I thought we locked the android in a room because we didn't
Okay.
want it in the same place.
You're right. Okay, yeah, I think that's basically what Dexter was saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just like I guess speak over the comments. Like, Android, do you mind if I Jai wants me to do some scans to see if everything's cool with you. How is that cool with you?
Have you guys given her a comm or something, or some way to respond?
Wow,
mean,
I
she-
just kind of assumed there's like a button by the door.
Okay. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, if she's in a
Yeah.
room and you're actually outside the door, then you just use that little intercom.
Yeah.
It is
Hi,
for the
yes.
crew's safety.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Let me see. I guess. Is there like a console or hookup in there that I would be able to scan, or would I have to take her somewhere else? Probably have to take her somewhere else.
You'd want to take her to the workshop.
To the workshop. Okay. Well, so far, I mean, she specifically I guess undid the interlink. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and let her out and escort her to the workshop.
Okay. While you're walking, she asks, "When can I interlink with the ship again?"
I have no idea. That's up to Jai. In fact, I don't know what I'm looking. You know,
You could ask
I'm sure
him.
I got this. I could. I'll just go ahead and pull up my comm pad and just like text Jai. When can Android interlink with the ship again?
When you scanned her and determined there's nothing wrong.
Okay, so it's apparently entirely up to me. If I don't find anything wrong, then we're good to go, and you can interlink. Apparently.
Every time somebody says interlink, all I can think of
Is interlink?
Very
is
well.
that scene.
That poor tortoise. Notice I did not answer that question for Porcelain. Because it would have been
What
too
question?
incriminating.
What question? Sorry.
The question about the tortoise.
Oh. Yeah, we need to go in there and do a whole voice count test.
Alright, so Nemesis is going to be spending some time scanning Android. Jai is going to be spending some time analyzing the genetic samples that he got from Porcelain. That leaves Charlie, Zoe, and Jack. What are you guys doing? You've got a couple days before you reach Holau.
Well, I was doing some studying on Korean last time. I remember having some downtime,
Okay,
so I'd like to continue that whenever possible.
sure, you can do that. In addition, Nova will have been cleared by the auto dock after a couple days into your spike drill. Of course, unless Jai overrides that.
No, I don't see why I would.
She would be available for continuing to translate Zoe's legal documents.
Oh yeah. She wasn't particularly thrilled last time, but yeah,
But you made a connection.
yeah.
You might just be her best friend in the whole world now.
Um,
I mean, when the other options are you guys, I can't really blame her.
Ouch.
does Jack get back into that?
Yeah. If you know, I'll try to bring it up if it seems like she's open to that sort of thing.
Go
I
ahead.
I like go visit her first and see, like, gauge the temperature of like the situation.
Yeah, roll me a notice with wisdom or charisma, depending on how Jack is approaching and interacting with her.
Unfortunately, it doesn't matter either way. Let's try charisma. Why not? That was not the play.
I'm sorry. What is he trying to notice?
This is just to see if he notices things uh through interacting with her.
Okay.
She's more or less, she's less aggressive, and less violently outbursty.
Got it.
Um, but she was already trending in that direction when Jack was last interacting with her, before she went away to, before he found her so sick, actually, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely seems a lot calmer than she was in the past. I don't know if calmer is the right word. Less violent than she was in the past. All right,
Fair enough.
what about Zoe and Charlie?
I think I was working on some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Vaguely recall that. Hang on, let me. Yeah, I don't. Seem to have lost my to-do list.
Uh, were you keeping it in roll 20?
No.
Okay, then I can't help you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll help set up a course through the ship for drone races.
Oh, joy!
Look, as long as we carefully mark out on the floor where the course is, nobody should get a drone to the back of the head.
Okay. Um,
Look, Space Dragon Poker has just lost its pizzazz since Walter left. We got to come up with our own fun.
well, and you don't have your Russians yet. Speaking of NPCs, though, while Charlie is at some point during this time, while Charlie is eating in the galley, Shiyun comes in and just sits down next to him.
Out of character. This is an unexpected turn of events.
Charlie, you need a friend.
She doesn't say anything,
Oh no.
but if he looks over at her, she looks back and just smiles, and then turns her gaze forward. So she's not just sitting there staring at him.
Yep. Aside from the cordial. Fuck, what was I going to?
Have you ever tried? Hello.
No, I haven't.
Sorry to put you on the spot there, Knox.
Yeah, I know, right? A little warning. But I guess I would ask if she'd be adjusting to life on the ship. Granted, most of my attention these days is just checking on and making sure that porcelain is safely contained and not going anywhere, because that's my main point of stress right now.
Yeah, this is one of those few times that you've got away from those duties. In fact, it may be a time when Jack or Libra or somebody else said, "No, you are leaving this post. You need some time away from this."
Okay, Shiyun was that was Kimdo's sister.
Yeah.
Well, when he tries talking to her, she looks over, raises a quizzical eyebrow, and smiles again.
Right. We don't speak the same language. Hello wouldn't have worked anyways. You tricked me.
And as if in response, she does kind of just start talking. She's looking at him at first, and then she looks in front of her, and then she looks off to the side at something. And I mean, it sounds pleasant enough if you don't hate the Korean language. Her voice is pleasantly soft, and she's not raising it in any way. It's the kind of voice that's just barely above a whisper. And she, based on tone and body language, she doesn't appear to be talking about anything in particular. She's just kind of talking.
No reason to interrupt talking, so I will listen while I eat, and once I'm quietly excuse myself.
She gives him a wave, a smile, and I don't want to put the thoughts into your character's head, but what could be considered a cute little vocalization indicating goodbye.
Okay.
And then she, shortly after, she gets up and goes back to whatever she does.
Exactly is it you do around here, Shiyun?
Absolutely nothing. We've discussed
People.
this.
Oh, I know. She's a people person.
People just do
Does
things. Jeff.
does anyone else have any scenes that they want to approach before we put you into Holau?
How's Nova doing when Jai checks in on her?
Jai checks in on her. Give me a heal check here.
Okay. Let's heal this shit up.
More than what he would have, gotten from his I automatically succeed on 10 or less. You can see that her body is has been very receptive to the genetic modifications that he has made. And this is revelatory for him in a way that he wasn't expecting. He's able to bring that back and match it against what genetic data he has in general about Trin, what little he has. I think mostly just her, doesn't it? Yeah.
Pretty much at this point.
It looks like, unless she's an outlier, the Trin body has various has receptivity to certain changes already. It's like they've been working towards a malleable template. It takes somebody of Jai's experience and knowledge level to even see it, so it's not something that just anyone could come in and exploit, even if they, could subdue an entire what's left over of the race to perform genetic modifications on them. But going forward, if he wants to go forward with his plan, you can go ahead and consider this data a boost or a booster. It is only one person or one sample, so it is just a small booster for genetic work that he performs relating to the Trin in the future. Actually, just genetic work.
All right, I'll make a note of that and basically say, seems you're taking to the alterations I've already made rather well.
It's very scary. not having... You should have told me you were taking it out.
I thought I did.
I don't remember it.
Oh. Well,
That
my bad.
that moment of panic, feeling like something that has kept you alive for your entire life is gone.
Well, there's a good news there. It's not a concern anymore. You can live without it. Better, in
You
fact.
keep saying that, but it's still terrifying.
You'll get used to it. I know it might take some time. Just take a little, breathe, expose yourself to mildly harmful pathogens, but ideally not incredibly deadly ones, because I'm not really sure how that will go. Maybe try holding your breath occasionally.
What?
Just let me know how that goes. Oh, I made some extra modifications. Did I not mention that? No, I probably didn't mention those.
She looks less thrilled with him right now.
I'm joking.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for coming in and checking on me.
But seriously, try holding your breath once in a while. Bye.
Yeah, she just stares at him as he leaves. She stares him out.
Yep, he leaves. You'd think she'd be more grateful, but no.
I did some things that I didn't tell you about. No, I'm kidding, but seriously, I did some things. All right, you guys arrive safely in Holau. It's a transition point.
Wow.
You can your sensors pick up that there's either a whole shitload of asteroids or a space station or something surrounding Tohaiwa Oa, which you guys already know just from world data, is the mercenary swarm that is constantly in orbit around the planet. And let's go ahead and get a roll for Nemesis on scanning the android. It should be int program. And
Suppose it's not hacking, is it?
this first check, I'm going to say no. We'll see how it
First
proceeds.
check. Well,
Wow, you
that's
get an 11 on
not
a
bad.
6 and a 1.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I've got a +4. I've got 3 skill plus 1 int.
yeah,
I'm
no,
getting high
that's
level.
pretty good. It is, yeah.
Gonna start upping these checks.
What? You want me to make them more difficult?
No. I think I'm good. I want to feel cool.
That is sufficient for Nemesis to compare against what little data you had on Android before. You didn't have the kinds of scans that Nemesis is performing now.
I didn't get a chance to do a deep dive.
Right, and Nemesis has more knowledge now. She knows better what to look for. It's like climate science, 20 years ago, we didn't have the same tools and knowledge that we do now. And so she's able to take some more accurate readings and get better information. And kind of turns out what we talked about over the break is that it's a coder's or programmer's mess and nightmare inside the Ada structure. There are tendrils of code that just pierce through other tendrils with link backs and other things going on. There's no coding in the trineural network. That just is used for processing everything, like a human brain. And so that looks pretty normal for a trineural network. But everything else is chaos and messy, like trying to determine a human's personality based on their blood vessels. Aside from that, there doesn't seem to be any indication that Android is compromised.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just looking at it, I was like, I feel like even me trying to tamper with this would be very difficult. So presumably someone else would have issues tampering with it as well.
Yes.
Because of the mess that it is.
Yeah, and for that, go ahead and give me another program int as a hacking roll.
Ooh. Sure. Let's just modify Android. Be a little bit nicer.
Oh.
That's a 6-6.
So that was not a roll to see if for Nemesis to actually hack Android. That was a roll
okay.
to assess the viability of it, and
Okay.
Nemesis is seeing so much redundant coding, link backs, all the security measures that someone would normally apply a line shunt to bypass, but in such scale that if Android were a building, you would be looking at 100 to 200 line shunts. It looks impossible to actually hack an Ada, and Nemesis knows that it is possible to hack normal androids.
I would need a massive team of hackers probably to do something minor, I imagine.
She doesn't think even that would be possible. It just wouldn't stick. Some redundancy in there would reassert that personality. Now, there are these temporary hacks that Nemesis knows exist and work, but those temporary hacks are temporary. They're like Android pharmaceuticals.
I'm familiar with those from your document. Okay. Good to confirm.
So it can be done much the same way as it can be done on a human.
Okay. Well, then I'll pass that along to Jai, and I'm assuming. Does Android seem impatient to reconnect to the Raza?
She doesn't seem impatient, although she does, of course, pontificate on how defenseless this crew is without her integration into the ship.
I mean, I think we did okay.
You would think that.
Right. Now I'm a little nervous again about this. Can we give
Jack,
her?
You set the criteria. It sounds like it's a yes.
All right. Can we give her? Maybe to distract her for a little bit, we can give her one of your drones and just let her interlink with that for a while.
How my drone? I don't know. Can she interlink with the drone? Does she have a built? Oh, okay, good.
What if we put the Raza's computer in the drone?
Oh God! How about this? It wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Yeah, let's give it a trial with her, and then make sure someone's always in the bridge for the time being.
How do you feel about that, Zoe?
Vetoed.
Okay.
Okay. Then Nemesis leaves this up to Zoe and Jai to figure out, because it's above my pay grade. I'm not going to get between mom and dad.
I mean, it literally isn't. You're paid the same amount as us.
No, she's not.
No, she isn't.
I'm paid half as much.
No, like Zoe is paid like many times more.
I'm paid half as much as Jai.
Oh.
I think, right? I think because you get 2 shares, I
that
get 1
sounds
share.
right. That sounds right.
Amazing.
All right. So is Zoe actually vetoing allowing the android to interlink with the ship again?
Oh.
Oh no,
Also-
I was vetoing putting the android in a drone. I think I wasn't exactly following.
You're talking about the Raza computer. You're talking about the Raza computer and a drone.
Oh, all right.
But anyways, sorry. This brings back to mind. I was gonna add what is Android's opinion on Fortune then, and course of action there. I guess presenting the options that we had before is attempting to QED her, turn her into the Galactic Mandate, ransom her back, or kill her.
Does Nemesis tell her what those options are?
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not.
Great.
I mean, I'll just say that's the ones we decide that we've listed out so far, but have not made a decision on.
Yeah, Android, who has a very big track record of just going and talking to people without asking us.
Well, she before Nemesis even actually gets to detailing out, so that not just spilling all the can.
Mhm.
I'm on the wrong document.
I mean, I feel like Nemesis is the best one to ask because she's very conflicted and does not make a decision on it. Doesn't really like any of the
Android
options.
says she seems to have suffered a great deal. I don't know.
Well, then I'm in good company.
This is just asking her about porcelain. Like I said, Nemesis has not gotten to asking her about
okay.
3 options yet.
Oh, and I guess this point is whether do I want to present the other options.
You could
yeah.
just ask, what do you think you should do with her?
Wow, that was the answer right there. Is
Oh.
she doesn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
I
think Nemesis has been mulling this over for a while at this point.
Before Nemesis Android does add on. She is still my owner.
Okay. Yeah. No. That's fair. Not biased, or yeah, not an unbiased opinion. Okay. I'll just keep mulling it over myself then.
Yeah.
Sigh.
Poor Nemesis. She can always go ask Shiyun.
I don't think I share a language with Shiyun.
But she'll apparently still talk to you.
Dies, is the android free?
True.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it for me, I think.
And last thing was Jai with Portia Lynn's genetic information.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to roll a heal int check on that as well.
Of course you do. Let's roll it.
All right. So there's nothing in her genetic code that would allow her to continue to function with no atmosphere. There's nothing that Jai can see about her genetics, her body, her human blood and tissue that lets her, go without breathing.
All right.
Obviously defies the evidence that you have seen with your eye. Further, he could concoct something that would knock her out, at least long enough to get her to a stasis tube. He could try and get it into her food and drink, although that would be another check. The gas would also be, actually, it would end up being a saving throw for her, is essentially what either one of them would be. Either the food or the gas would end up being a saving throw for her to see if she becomes aware of it in time for either to throw the food away or to start holding her breath.
Mm-hmm.
The gas would be easier, and he doesn't know how long she doesn't need to breathe for.
Right. Right. Guess was there anything else I took in my sample that might account for her abilities? Like any
No.
All right. So there's no like nano machines or anything in the sample.
Nope.
Okay.
I can't remember. He did have genetic data from before Portia, right?
Yep.
Okay. This is improved. The sample he has now is hardier, and has numerous additional genetic modifications, some of which he doesn't immediately suss out, not from just a couple days looking at it, or what they do.
Okay. I'll have to look into that deeper then. There was one more thing.
Okay.
The cylinder.
Yes, thank you for this the cylinder. I initially set a check every week and then decided that was dumb. So let me go back to my page where I listed the difficulties. It's been like a week since you made that last check, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
So let's well, go ahead and roll.
Okay. Just a pure int.
Pure int. Check. All right, roll again.
Okay.
If you want, while you're in the chat box, you should be able to just press up and then enter,
Okay.
and it'll copy in the last thing you did.
Got it.
All right. That is a further success. Roll again. Jai has been making progress. I'm gonna give you one more roll because I don't think you had you were able to really put attention to it on some of those days. So one more roll.
Okay. Oh, and I'm forgetting. Let's throw this in the analysis thing in the advanced lab, because why not cheat a little?
Anything that the advanced lab does, Jai thinks could possibly reset or unsettle some things. Because
Okay.
he's noticing very very tricky and very special movements. Some things require magnets.
Okay, so it's a very, 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 very complicated puzzle.
It is an incredibly complicated puzzle.
All right, let's roll it then.
The type that Chris Ramsey has yet to be able to solve.
Okay.
He's a YouTuber that solves puzzles.
Fair enough.
And some of
He
those
also
puzzle
does magic
boxes are
tricks.
really freaking neat.
All right, but yeah, 13,799.
Yeah. Over the oh shoot, you've also got 4 days travel. All right, roll again.
Okay. Once more into the whatever.
Get to the fray.
8.
And one more.
Okay. This is a lot of rolling.
It is, I know.
They're 12.
And you've rolled well every time. All right. I'm gonna fudge the timeline on that just a little bit. Just because, like I said, initially it was one roll per week, but that was the previous campaign in which the characters actually found the box like within the first like 10 sessions.
Uh-huh.
and the time scale was longer there to pace it better. You guys are 30 sessions in. I don't need that pacing. We've already gone a long ways. So Jai has, in his off time, spent considerable brain processing trying to figure out the mechanics of this box. And I would recommend, for a visual reference of what he's doing, do look up Chris Ramsey on YouTube. It Some of the harder puzzles that he comes up, or that he gets into, are the similar mechanics to what Jai is figuring out, except 1,000 years in the future with better parts.
Okay.
Somebody took a lot of care and effort into hiding away what is inside this little puzzle box.
And
puzzle
inside is a dildo. We get it.
That would be hysterical, but no. That would actually be really freaking funny. I mean, in some crowds.
Yeah, there you go for your next campaign. if you get repeat players who think, oh, this is the key to everything, you throw a sex toy in there.
Yeah, what's the ultimate message there? Maybe it means something more.
It means go fuck yourself.
I was gonna say it means friendship is
simple.
magic.
Well, that if you're sharing the contents with them,
Look,
yes.
the real treasure is the dildos we found along the way.
Oh.
So tell us more about the Magic's friendship dildo, Dexter.
I'm sorry, you'll have to wait until the repeat campaign for that.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Wait, is this a scroll of truth in there?
Properly applied, yes.
You arrive at the transition point of Holau.
Oh, not telling us anything, huh?
Nope.
Okay.
So I haven't decided.
Jai has not completely opened it yet, but he has. It feels like he is at the final little component, and it's just not opening for him.
Okay.
He could wrench it open, as he could have the entire way through, but there's more evidence now than there was at the beginning that doing so could destroy whatever is kept inside.
Besides, I'm committed at this point.
Yes, you are.
A challenge has been thrown.
Can this child's toy defeat Jai? Clearly not a child's toy. Especially if there's a dildo inside.
It's someone's toy.
All right, Xander, did you have a chance to download the new trade supplement?
No.
Okay. I did update the supplement to add Holau last night.
Okay, hang on. Let me find that chat. There it is. And scroll back. Trade supplement. Here we go.
Okay. You can pin that if you want. Make it easier.
Look, don't you tell me what to do with your fancy whatsits and thingamabobs.
All right, nope. You know what? I wasn't trying to tell you what to do. I was thinking out loud as a suggestion to myself, and I declined to do it because it would infringe on your pin rights.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is a link to the old one because it doesn't look like it's updated anything yet.
It should all be the same.
The Dropbox Darkstar trade supplement?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I basically just replace it the same document each time.
Doesn't
What date does it show?
Look like it got does it show a date? Oh, here we go. View all details. Nope.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't have this planet's in the list of planets.
Oh, I don't think I actually updated the table of contents.
Oh, okay. Well, then there we go.
So go to the last one and then see if it's updated.
Yeah. Scroll, 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 scroll. Oh, that's a template. Go back. Yeah, here we go. Okay.
Okay, cool. So it did update.
Yep.
Awesome.
Hey, we can sell some medical and military stuff.
And indeed. You can also buy scrap or spare parts.
Fun.
Ooh, I love spare parts.
Don't we all?
Awesome.
All right. Am I remiss in assuming that you guys are setting course for the mercenary swarm?
Yeah, we're going right there.
I wonder if we could sell our boss, our ex-captain, to a mercenary, and then they could sell him to whoever the fuck.
Yeah,
Does
let's
Porcelain
not.
count as-
Just a
Let's
thought.
Porcelain-
not say anything because we're still thinking on that.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, let's take it in.
All right.
Let's not have a complete bottle episode.
Yeah.
You guys arrive at Tohio Oa, and your sensors as you are approaching are picking up ship after ship. There are about well, your ship computer tells you exactly. There are 68 various ships in orbit around Tohio Oa.
How many exactly?
68.
68. That seems like a
And
lot
we
of
make
shit.
69. Nice.
Nice. You gotta get there quick, y'all.
Time to get the dildo out, I guess.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's gone way too far.
Come on, you guys, pull it together.
Yeah, we're mature here.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
Okay, what are you guys doing here? Nobody's taken notice of you. Nobody seems to care that you're here. And you were not expecting it, but there's also no communication coming at you from the planet that you've just approached the orbit of.
There shouldn't be. It's basically primitive, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh wait, we can still sell stuff there.
We can sell stuff to the fleet.
Yeah, to the swarm. To the swarm.
Yeah.
Warm.
All right, let's go ahead and put out a communications indicating we want to trade and refuel.
Oh, there's mercenary
And-
ships that sell fuel.
Yeah. We want to trade and refuel, and then in Nemesis, maybe see if you can convince see if they've got some young blood sorts who might be interested in shifting crews to someone doing stuff outside this system. We might need to pick up a few more people.
Do they have a? Is there a system forum, internet forum that I can start trolling? Well, sorry, recruiting on. I think one level
Not
so I can start
really.
messaging Connect.
There is a swarmweb.net.
You sound uncertain about that one.
Swarmweb.o for orbit. But yeah, there actually is a network that appears to be maintained across the ships. Guess that's pretty much exactly how the internet works.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Except for the internet on Earth, most of the time the servers don't just get up and leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on Earth, so in space it's maintained by lasers. On Earth, we all know it's a series of tubes.
Yes.
Well, it's definitely not a dump truck.
No. Anyway.
Dang. Think here. All right. So sounds like you're trying to recruit some new crew. Zoe wants to sell or buy.
Yep. Look, we need to find some of these weird space relics that we can plug into our bits.
We've got the dildo for that right there.
Yeah, but it's not space magic enough to power our bits. You know, it doesn't really get the engine running. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay. What is Zoe selling and or trying to buy?
So she's trying to buy. Well, okay, so she's keeping her eye out for any specific of the ship parts that the Raza needs, which I can't remember offhand right now, but I'll look up later and let you know.
Pre-tech components in general.
Yeah, pre-tech components. Thank you.
Okay.
And then where is my list of shit to sell? Is it in the Raza? No, that's the ship.
It should be in the ship inventory.
Yeah, it's down here. Sorry, for some reason every single one of these got exploded out, and so I was.
Yeah, it gets
I don't know why it does
it's
that.
messy.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I'm looking forward to Foundry. Spice King, hurry up.
Yeah, get on it.
I'm curious about Foundry.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, me too.
So does the ship grade metals, does that count as aeronautical?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so we can finally unload those. The biomass I'd be willing to sell. Like basically, I'm willing to sell all this crap.
Okay. Do you want me to even look up or give you any other outships to buy, or are you just looking to sell right now?
I would be interested in seeing what there is to buy, but no, I'm not. Like I don't need it.
Okay.
Yeah, focus on selling right now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Also, as a side project, I would like to buy anything for like exploring new places, like prefab habs. You know,
Yeah.
because eventually I'm going to talk these people into going to that place, and we're going to need to survive there. So,
Around the black
exploration
hole.
stuff. Well, there's probably a planet in there.
Hmm.
And we'll probably have to live there for 7 hours, which will be 80 years or whatever. You know.
You
Yeah.
are looking for Serifab Modular, sold on Pana in Astos system.
Let me get out the sectors without number.
Yeah, Jesus.
What system did you say it was in?
Not the one in the bottom right.
It's not quite the bottom right, but it is kind of down there. Astos system.
In Pana. Yeah, that's
Actually, yeah, I might have that backwards.
pretty close to Gun, actually. We were considering going down to Canagris to look into that those rumors of pre-tech down there. So I guess we could make our way back there. And we were kind of looking into going back to SOS briefly. Yeah, we can go down there, but we'll deal with other stuff first.
Yeah. So just that's the kind of thing that I'm keeping an eye out for.
Okay. Let me roll and see if it's even going to be here. Given 8% chance.
Yeah, because this place has a chance of having all sort of places.
Yes. Serifab Modular is not here.
Yeah, it's fine. It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
On the plus side, if you can't get a good price for your weapons here, Astos is another place where you can.
Yep. So yeah, I'll be spending the time making friends and doing deals and whatnot.
All right.
Shoot. Dex, did I indicate what my current project was?
Getting a drone control link for Nemesis.
No.
Although, hey, if
Uh,
you want black market stuff, we're probably in the right place for that.
Oh, I do need a black slab still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think you did, Lulu.
Focus on Atlas, I guess, right now.
Okay.
So just calculate based on that. Make things easier.
Cool. I've written it down and should update the project tracker sometime before next week.
Okay.
I'll actually end up pinging more of you because I believe some of you will have finished your projects by then, so I'll need updates on what you want to work on next. But I'll deal with that over the week. Zoe is selling. She can do 2 things, or I believe a third, if she has somebody helping her.
Okay, so we'll just do the ship grade metals and the crap tons of biomass.
Okay.
Wait, that's medical. Is that the right one?
That is medical.
Oh yeah, this one is military and medical, but maybe I'll do the chips instead. Yeah, the microchips instead of the biomass.
These ones aren't interested in medical?
No, they're more interested in military stuff with
Okay.
good reason. They have a slight interest in medical, but
Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah.
All right. Rolling time?
It is rolling time. But I'm rolling hidden, so none of you can see it.
yeah, he gets to roll.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, it actually follows events. Oh, and you guys got news.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Hey, I like news.
I think you've already seen this or heard this news about Holau and Skybound Station that they were planning on building, and how that pretty much got scuttled by the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So your efforts to sell the shipgrade metals tend to fall on some resentment, as well as some they've got all this scrap out there already that they don't know what to do with. You only got a 5 on the metals.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, it's like we showed up for the canceled festival and we're like, hey, we got some
Yeah.
cotton candy, and they're like,
yeah, that's not cool anymore, man. Um, and the trying to sell the chips doesn't go over so well either. Slightly better. Got a 6 on the results, so it'll still make you something, especially since you didn't pay anything for it.
Mhm.
But Zoe's not able to find anybody that can actually that thinks that they can actually, make their own profit off of reselling it to one of the cores or any other company with the mass production capabilities to put these chips to good use.
Gotcha.
The only buyers that she's able to find are basically people who are willing to take a risk, but not that much of a risk.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you want to still sell them, or do you want to just hold on to them until you get a
No,
better roll?
yeah, we don't need the money, so we'll just hold on to it.
Okay.
It's not losing value.
Do you want to take a couple days to try to sell anything else, or while we wait for the ferret to show up, or?
We have to wait for the ferret?
Yeah,
'Cause
they're going to be
it
2
takes
days behind you.
Yeah, so it takes me 3 days to do the first initial one, right? So
Mhm. Yeah, and you
so
could
they should
theoretically just try with the same materials again.
Well, yeah, but so
Oh, sorry.
it takes me 3 days. They show up 2 days in, so they're already here. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yes, that's true. I
Although
was
it
I was
takes them a
forgetting.
while to
I
get
was trying to
internal.
let you trade while you were in Metaspace, and that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah, my bad. They do show up a day into your trading efforts.
Okay.
Let's play these news snips real quick. Anybody that needs to set their browser so that they can hear it, go ahead and do so. Unless you can't for some reason, and then you'll just have to read it.
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and play the Hidden Richard track.
The following
Testing.
broadcast is not suitable for musicians of handmade music and children under 3 years of age. The end is coming, Xander. This hurts you.
Always.
All right.
Mhm.
And now the news.
The darkness squeezes just a little bit tighter. Shipyards at Anti have long been a staple and crutch for Artemis Black, with their refined shipbuilding techniques and advanced designs that bring ships and Level 2 drives within reach of entrepreneurial far traders. As well as supplying the fleets of megacorporations trading goods and services, for better or worse, across the sector. Another arm of the Nox has closed. This time, clearly identified as a quarantine. This has been Sophia, dearly hoping and praying for Anti's disaster-prone yarders. From Artemis Black Network News.
And
Is wait, hang on. Is that the station that we may or may not have blown up?
No.
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's not. And one more. Two. There you are.
There are things we still don't understand. Dark matter. Consciousness. What does it mean to be alive? To have feelings? What raging asswipe would cancel such a great show with good ratings? The human soul. Spirits. And things we do understand, but act surprised when their ugly heads skulking from our periphery. Greed. Lust for power. Dominance, control, and subjugation. And always, the rationalization. It's for your own good. This is David, reporting from Fightin' for Artemis Black Network News.
What was that news? Okay.
Yeah, that is
editorial, I guess.
that is news that comes over as news from ABNN.
Boy.
The reporter's name was David?
Yes.
Cool. I'm into it.
Are you?
Yeah. Look. What kind of raging asswipe would cancel such a good show with good ratings is exactly the kind of things that we need, looking into.
Okay. Well, that's in event queue, which is I can't remember.
Also, I feel like we've probably figured out consciousness. I mean, we know how to artificially make it, so
Mm?
Well, that's a conversation you'll have to have with David.
hunt them down and be like, "Hey,
We already know how to do this. Your news sucks.
what the hell? Look, you need to concentrate more on the entertainment news and a little less on the deep philosophical questions."
Basically, you want more Clementine news.
Yeah,
Yeah, who doesn't?
makes sense.
I already told you, David. I need those Spider-Man pictures.
All right. So what are we doing?
All right,
Things.
Zoe was not able to find good buyers for the product that you have on your ship. Looks like Nemesis does want to try and find a couple of pieces. Specifically
Give-
looking for drone controlling cyberware, hoping that Jai can install it.
Before you forget, are you gonna tell me if I find any pre-tech salvage, or
Oh
is that
yes, no, I do keep forgetting about that. And
Sorry.
no, it's fine. It's you raised a very good question.
I have money. I want to give it to somebody else in exchange for pretext salvage.
Yep.
Win.
So this is going to be a connect roll.
Mm.
It is relating to trade, so you get your extra die.
Woohoo!
And Zoe can go about it using either charisma or intelligence. Essentially, this is buying pre-tech components directly from people is usually not a possibility. You have to find who has them and who's willing to sell them, and then you'll end up having to go and talk to them and find out what their price is if they're willing to sell. More likely is that you'll find places where they could be found, like Canagiris or Trinita Fade or the Graveyard.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Look, the people that dig them up must want to sell them, right? I mean, I don't know. So +2.
I don't think people usually sell them so much as use them. I don't know.
So 10, I guess.
Oh right, because you didn't want to set the 3 dice as the gotcha.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to set it and then unset it. So
yeah, I kind of agree. That's why I, on my characters that have the hacker focus, I just leave it as ask.
yeah.
Zoe is able to find some leads.
Cool.
She already knows about the graveyard, and is she willing to trade some locations for other sites, or is she
Yes?
trying to just receive information?
I mean, she's willing to trade stuff for stuff. I mean, that's how trade works, right?
It is.
Be that money or goods or information.
Okay.
So without knowing specifically what I'm trading, I can't answer that question, I guess is the real answer.
Right. Let me write something up more in depth up later, but for now, I'm just going to look at my map and pick a couple of
Just-
places.
Just pick some places randomly, just type some stuff up.
Yep. Basically, places that are rumored to have, and I'm not just going to say, okay, go to gun. It's somewhere on gun.
Yeah, I got you.
But your trading, your connecting, and your contacting will give you a location. One of them is gun.
Cool.
I'm basically just wanting to give you the star system names now so that you can include that in your considerations, and I'll write up more detail about them later on.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm assuming that I'm not trading for it's in gun, because that's not
No,
like I'll
not
pay
at
you
all.
2 credits for that.
Yeah. There have been some rumors around Kos. I don't know if Charlie has ever talked about where he's from.
KOS? KOS?
Mhm.
I need to open the map while we do this, I guess.
And that is over in
don't think that I
Marivia's
have,
system on 0005.
Yeah, okay.
And what was that, Charlie? Or Nox?
He hasn't. No, it just hasn't been important.
Okay.
It's never been a relevant detail. Also, I didn't hear the news snippets. I don't have access to any sound from Roll20.
Okay.
They're in the chat too.
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, he posts them whenever he plays the sounds.
Solid stuff. I'll read through those now.
For people like me who don't, who can't catch every word like that.
I like to read along usually.
Yeah.
Helps you remember it.
So I've got gun, Maribia, and the other one you already know about in Muron. as the graveyard.
Right.
And it may even seem like maybe that information got looped back to you after you were talking about it with somebody else.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Like next time we go to the graveyard, it's going to be less of a graveyard because it's going to be crawling with artifact hunters.
There is the risk of union in the graveyard. You guys weren't challenged by them, but
We did we hack their station, their refueling station?
Nope.
You
We
talked
talked
about
about it.
So
Yeah.
not to, right? Okay.
We-
No, we just left before you did it.
We made Dex
I
come
don't-
up with rules for it, and then we were like, nah, you know what, never mind.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that's my life.
All right.
And these aren't just, you can find maybe one piece at this site. These are supposed to be more than just happenstance coincidental sites.
Mhm.
Alright. And I don't want to spend a whole lot of time trading normal stuff. I'd rather you guys did that outside of session.
Sure.
So in this system, you can buy just about any normal equipment. Any normal equipment that wouldn't reasonably be restricted, as well as any TL4 weaponry, which would actually be restricted but is not here. Things that are more difficult to find are things like power armor and black slabs. So for that, I believe someone has a focus that basically just invalidates everything that GM might say about you can't find it here.
Haha!
Aha.
What
Look, I
was text on that?
I
again?
can find anything. Just give me 8 hours. Also, it might explode, or we might explode, or
Wait a second.
Shush.
explosions may occur.
This is true.
Basically, I can find it, but that doesn't mean that we're going to be able to buy it
Yes.
easily. Like
So
it might be more expensive, or we might have to do a thing for a guy, or
Let's see.
1d6 hours of work, unless it's changed. Find any goods or services for sale. I'm going to assume that this is the shrewd merchant one.
Mhm.
Okay.
So do you want to try and find those both? Do you want to work on them one at a time in order, or?
Wow. I don't strictly have the fund. I don't strictly have the funds for the drone control link if it's the full 20 grand.
it's probably going to be
my
more
bad.
expensive than that.
Yeah, I have 18 grand on me right now, but I guess this also depends on how much we're making from your outships. If
We're not making anything.
you're
Yeah,
choosing not to sell.
Yeah, I decided not to sell.
In which case, probably just get a black slab. That's more useful for y'all that's a more useful, yeah, because that gets you a 50% range. Well,
Okay.
more than 50%. So yeah, black slab. We'll settle for that for now.
Looks like I'm just looking for the black slab.
Yeah,
And-
I'm never gonna get a drone control link.
You just
I think I
gotta
stuck it
earn
out.
up the money for it.
And some
Yeah.
power armor for me.
We've still got the suit.
Yeah, but it doesn't fit me. I'm like half as big as you guys.
That's your own fault.
for being short.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just gonna
You
rearrange.
could have.
the
We
inside.
could have discussed genetically engineering you taller. Or your sleeve taller rather, and then we could have killed you and then threw you in the sleeve. But no.
Anyway, so black slab.
All right, black
Yeah,
slab. I'm looking at the shrewd merchant right now. All right.
black slab is less exciting, but it's probably pretty useful too.
Okay, so it really is the only restriction. There's no roll for it except for the 1d6 hours. The only restriction is that it needs to be able to be obtained where you are.
Yep.
I'm actually going to give this a very high chance.
I mean, this is a mercenary swarm. They come from all over.
Yeah.
Somebody's gotta have something.
I like the curve of the 2d6, so I'm going to say on a 6 or higher.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof. Oof.
Darn.
wow.
I'm
They're all
sorry.
in use.
Look, let me put it
You know
this
what? That's
way.
okay. That leads me closer to the drone control link.
I found one, but they'll only sell it to us if for like $1 bajillion. It's not that I couldn't find one;
Yeah, no, that seems
All
fair.
right.
it's that they weren't really for sale.
So
Make sure I'll sell it to you for far more than it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to very, very massively make some profit off of it.
yeah, that's not happening.
And it's clear that it was kind of, their own working black slab.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll have to design my own, but maybe that'll be my next research project. Personalized black slab.
There you go.
But first, manipulator arms.
All right. So what do we want to do here now?
I want to be dejected.
Okay, no, really. Like, is there anything that we haven't done yet here?
Spend 500 credits to fuel and resupply,
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take
We-
that out of the ship.
or 1,000 if you're doing 2 bumps.
Do we need to?
No, we're only down one, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna take that out of the ship. You said it was 500.
Okay, so we should be completely fueled up now.
And the ship funds have been reduced by 500.
Is that right, Dex?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. In that case, the ferret, the weasel, the stoat, the furry noodle.
the furry noodle rendezvous with you.
Yeah.
There's a joyous wow, I words reunion, joyous reunion of Komodo and Shiyun.
Mm-hmm.
The other vault idols are happy to have joined back up with their crew. They're buddies.
Yep.
And are now generally looking for direction. What do you want them to do with the sleeping ferret?
Do we want them to just put them on scavenging and trading for now?
I mean, I don't think we really have anything else for them to do we?
Yeah. No. I think just if you want to go out and scavenge, trade, and give us our cut of the proceeds according to the agreement we worked out earlier, I think that'd be suitable.
Go ahead and move the goods that are currently on the ship over to your ship.
Or are they not using that as starting material for their stuff?
Do they have anybody on the ship who's actually decent at selling stuff?
Komodo is actually, yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, do I need to set them up by selling all their stuff first?
Yeah, they're not as good as Zoe, but Komodo is able to turn profit. He is their trader expert among them.
Give me one moment and I'll move everything over.
Okay.
I don't know if
But
you've
yeah,
ever
did they
purchased
not want?
another
Were they not using this to get themselves started, or what?
starting capital?
Investment capital in the form of credits will be much easier to get started. However, if you don't want to do that, then leave the trend machinery, and Komodo is confident he can make that work.
Well, the only problem is we brought them to a place that doesn't want salvage to sell salvage. So
Right. How many credits do they need?
Komodo floats 20,000, 25,000.
So here's what we could do. We could take their salvage with us to wherever we're going. We could give them the money, and then they can use that to start trading and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Give them the 25,000.
And that trend machinery salvage is actually bulk salvage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
As is the raw circuit manufacturing material.
And I get some kind of bonus for selling that stuff, right?
You do.
Double your trade skill. Woo! Spicy. Okay, cool. So I can go to a place where they don't need salvage and sell salvage because I am just that damn good.
Yeah. Bulk stuff doesn't usually benefit from any modifiers. It's just bulk stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I think that's how I wrote it.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, correct me.
Fair enough.
You know it.
Sometimes.
When it's to our advantage too.
I'll
Alright.
look it up later and make sure I'm right.
I moved everything over.
Okay. And I'm sure you guys are still within your tonnage limits.
We've got 600 tons
Yeah.
currently, so we're good. Though we do have like 400 tons currently if we include the cars. So yeah, we might want to start offloading crap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we head where we said we were gonna head, we're gonna pass by a couple places that are.
All right, so let me look at the sectors without number. So we've got a couple options here. We could try to head back to Shade and try to deal with them, but I'm not super keen on dealing with that android ship quite yet, because we don't really have a good method of figuring that out as of yet. Is that about right, or do we want to try it? I think. Zoe, Arch, are you saying anything?
Right now, no, I don't think so.
Oh, your thing just kept lighting up.
Oh, I'm breathing very hard. I guess I
Okay.
don't know.
Must be thinking, huh?
I think we can wait to go back to Trinity Shade until we have better armaments, so we can kind of deal with that android ship. If we can't do something tricky with it, so let's unless everyone wants to really do that right now, let's hold off on it. The other method I think is probably going to want to go. Probably jump through a Vecchio, and then hop over to March.
We're going back to March.
Unless you want to head through the Corofali system.
I kind of want to offload what's her face before we get too far, but because if we offload her, then they have to follow. Like, if we take her with us, she's
yeah.
right behind us. If we offload her and then leave, then she's way behind us.
Okay. Who do you want? Do you mean Porcelain?
Yeah.
All right. Who do you want to offload her to?
Like, I honestly don't really care anymore. Just not here because she's creating problems. I would be down with trying to see if we could offload her some of these mercenaries, and maybe they want to, they could. We sell her to them for a discount, and then they sell her to Bishop, and meantime, we're getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'm not super keen on leaving on making a trade with Bishop ourselves. So I think that's probably the best idea for selling her off. The other option is trying to go through Corofali and give her to the Galactic Mandate, but I think that might make her trust us a bit less in the future.
Well, and it's also like, I don't know, it seems extra dangerous for what basically we just want her gone, and if we get some money out of it, great, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah, all right. Zoe, I want you to be as careful as possible, but try to set up a deal for as much as you can get without them trying to turn on us and murder us right off the bat.
Yeah.
To drop her off. In the meantime, I'm going to try to get this cylinder done. And crack it open to find the space dildo.
Grab assist.
Let's put a pause in the trying to find someone who will take on Porcelain.
Mhm.
I want to put some more thought into that because my off-the-cuff reading is that although there is a swarm of mercenaries out here, there aren't any individuals that would be able and willing to put forward more than 1,000,000 credits at most.
Okay.
Is
So-
that something we'd be willing to accept? Otherwise, we could try going to.
When I said I want her gone and some money would be nice, like I was thinking that $1 million would have been like, oh wow, holy shit, we got way more
Okay.
money than I thought.
Let me put more thought into that because this is too big of a plot point to be just a numerical
Yeah, that's
transaction.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wait, no, hold on. I have a better idea, really quickly.
Okay.
So, Avenkyu has a Mercure Core research base. Mercure Core has a lot of money. Why don't we sell it or give her to some Mercure Core executive and let them deal with it?
Okay, so
That's still kind of like giving them what Mercure Corp would want, though. I don't like that.
here's my problem. I don't actually want to like. I don't want to make her more pissed off at us. So having her go back to her dad or whatever, it's fine. Even if we have to take a couple of extra steps to make ourselves. I feel like she would understand.
It would be a
that's
lot
fair.
more. It would be a lot. Also, it would also be a lot more convincing if we weren't just trying to get money out of it.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. Go ahead and deal with the mercenary fleet for it then. You're right.
So with what Meowkin just said, does that mean that you guys are leaning in the direction of money is a nice option, or are you actually trying to maximize your profit?
No, I mean, if I get somebody who'll give me $1 million for it, that's great. If I get somebody that'll take her off my hands and promise never to speak to me ever again, that's also great.
Okay,
Basically,
money is secondary.
Yeah.
So let me be clear. So I guess the idea here is less selling her off to them so much as basically saying, hey, if you deliver this person to this, they'll give you a lot more money, and we'll just take a paltry
we'll take
more reasonable amount.
Okay.
And we'll take the $1 million off your hands.
And if you take 6 months to fly around while you wait to deliver her, that's great too.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm hearing here is that this is more in line with
like a hostage,
appeasing her, getting her back to Spectre Star in a way that does not make her madder at you.
Mm-hmm.
And
something that casts us in a good light.
Yeah, and does not have you
her
interacting
rethink.
with Spectre Star in any way.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And
definitely have
also-
a rethink. Hey, maybe they didn't do this.
And
That
if
or
it-
she just thinks that we're a bunch of cowards that won't kill her.
And if it
Who knows?
delays her from coming back to kill us, that would also be a bonus.
Okay. I think I understand the process there. I will definitely work out something that's not just exchange of funds for it.
Yeah. I would be very unhappy if we have to pay somebody for it, though.
We don't want to pay someone, and I think if, like you said, we could get $1 million off of it. That's great. Give us $1 million. That's fine. Let's go.
What I will probably end up doing is giving you a couple of different options and letting you decide which you like best based on the
Alright.
context.
They'll
Guys, I feel like
all
our-
be terrible.
And then
Well, it's kind of one of those things. Maybe you don't take the one that's paying the most.
Yeah.
That's the most suspicious one.
I
I don't know if we
Second-
care.
You take the second highest offer.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that next week. What I want to end the session on is, hang on, let me change the music here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Are we no longer strategic?
No, you haven't been strategic for a while. You've been hola now.
Oh, okay.
All right. What do you want to end the session on?
Jai gets that puzzle tube open.
Hmm?
It is not a space dildo or an earth
Damn.
dildo or any dildo of any type.
Well,
that we know of.
not if you're brave enough.
What you find inside are 8 QEDs.
Oh.
8, huh?
Oh. Well,
Hmm.
huh.
How many people had their memories stolen?
8.
Oh, how interesting.
So,
Huh.
Huh.
All right, well, I take my QED scanner idea and throw it directly into the trash can.
All right.
Now that
It
had
could've been
other
coincidence.
applications.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like being in the trash can.
Okay. God damn it! I'm not telling anyone about this.
Of course he's not. Of course he's not.
What I am doing is I'm putting mine in.
Oh, of course he is. What a jackass.
Putting yours in, huh? You're gonna. I was still pretty sure there were issues with trying to reclaim the memories from it. But
Look, all I'm going to say is it turns out it was a dildo for his mind.
No. Yeah.
And he's brave enough.
He is brave enough.